Attention, true crime community. True crime community has been infiltrated.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.
It's compromise.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are.
True crime community has been infiltrated.
Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr. Yes.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make.
Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
You work in a fucking gym, and you're 45!
I do not want any spies or snitches stuck to my chest.
I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer.
What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
So that's just the rules, and you can't stick to them. Whatever. Those rules aren't real. You can't stick to them!
Do it my way.
Get ready for the shit show. Smoke them if you got them. Make sure you have your cigarettes. Make sure you have your drinks. Make sure you have all your stuff ready because it's going to be a hell of a day today. Understand me when I say people are fucking sick of this.
I need you again, so stick around. So stick around.
She told her subs and everybody to get ready for the shit show that was going to be put on today. She was well aware of it before it happened. She told you to get your cigarettes, your snacks, and your drinks.
So stick around.
Say that I wasn't including Queen B, okay? I've said that on every single live. I'm not talking about Queen B. I'm not talking about Queen B. Guess what? I was fucking talking about Queen B.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B, bring information on Queen B. We're done with Queen B. Queen B's in my crosshairs. There's Queen B's channel. Queen B thinks she can. But Queen B is reformed. I bet you Queen B gets tricked. Queen B.
Fake PI trash bag bitch is so obsessed with me.
You'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide where I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love.
Queen B would think she could.
Anybody at Queen B show earlier.
We talked about Queen B and stuff. I didn't listen to Queen B's.
I heard Queen B. We got bailing on Salty for Queen B, and some people not the Queen B. I don't understand why anybody's afraid of her.
About Queen B over here on Queen B.
Queen B, show her face, show her face, show her face.
That's real rich coming from somebody who wears pantyhose on his face every live.
Don't let go. You'll always be my broken love.
Attention, true crime community.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy Saturday. All right, I was trying to get the link pinned real quick, so it was taken care of. Well, hey, baby.
Good morning.
Good morning. What you doing?
Man, happy to hear your voice, bro. I got to go do a bunch of shit chores, girl.
Oh, shit. I tried to get mine done this morning. I tried to hurry up and get my stuff finished.
You keep your chores going though. You're really good about that. Keeping the floors going and just kind of running the house. You're good at that. You really are.
Well, you got to be, you know.
Yeah, when you got Rugrats, there ain't no choice, is there?
No, girl, it's constant busy, busy, busy all the time.
Yes, yes. I've been busy too, but not like I was whenever I was a mama to youngins, man. That's a whole feat. I don't know how we do it. I think you just keep going until it's over.
I swear women have like superpowers. For
Yeah,
real.
no, I agree. I totally agree. Oh, but then once they're out, you can be like, I'm gonna mop tomorrow. It's just different. How's
Give me
everybody?
1 second.
Yeah, how's everybody in chat doing? I'm gonna say hi real quick before I gotta go. Yes, the Rugrats. Yes. Anybody got some good weekend plans? What's up, guys? I don't have any good weekend plans, but I've got plans and busy ones. Oh wow, already went to the baseball games this morning, huh? Dang. I don't miss that. I don't miss that at all, getting up early for the games and stuff. Anybody got anything like actually fun going on? I do not. So I like to hear when other people do. Wild Violet has to clear the wasp off her porch. Ew, I hate wasps. I like bees. I don't like wasps. They're mean. Mean as can be. Good morning, Coco. Ah, grandson's baseball games. Okay, okay. I wish I could drink coffee, you guys. I'm so tired. I should already be where I'm supposed to be 45 minutes ago, but I woke up late. Oh, you made a tree of life, huh? What'd you make it out of? I love fresh sheets, Sherry. That's the best. It is the best. Oh, gardening day. Yay, pecan. I wish I still had a garden. I really do. Whenever I was up in Michigan, I found out that the sun doesn't kill me as much up there. It's like so tempting to move. I won't lie. Ooh, I love a good cookout, Alicia.
Bitch, should be closer to me. Come on.
Right, right. Oh, happy birthday to your grandson, Skip to Malou. I just heard the Elton's gate open and shut. I have a feeling I'm about to be drug away to responsibilities. Oh, I don't want to.
Uh-oh.
I know, I don't want to. 5 is such a sweet age, isn't it, Queen? Such a sweet age for kids. They're so sweet.
What is it, 5, you said?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is Malu's grandson's 5th birthday, and that's just such a sweet age.
They're so curious at that age.
Yep, I'm being summoned, girl. I'll pop back up once we get where we're going and I take a break.
All right, baby. Sounds good.
I'm glad I got to say good morning. Love you, girl. Talk to you soon.
I love you, baby. Have a good day.
Thank you, baby. Bye.
And I see where it says, let's see here. Somebody just came in and said, let's see here. Stop exploiting Summer Wells. I'm just stopping in to say hello. Hey, would you do me a favor? Would you buzz on over to Prayer Garden and ask her to please stop exploiting Summer Wells? I know she's one of the major ones that still does it. And Don B. Hey, B Tim, what's up, bub?
How you doing? Well, that's going to be a tall order. That's her entire channel. What the fuck is she going to talk about if she can't with that case? Like,
and she don't talk about nothing else, so her channel will be done.
Yeah, I mean, her whole channel is just exploiting that case and, basically fucking cursing like a sailor. So that's pretty much it. That's the entire channel. That's pretty much
accusing Don and Candace of doing shit to their daughter.
Well, I mean, this week, and then probably next week she'll change her mind. Whatever gets the subs. Whatever gets people excited. One week accuse them, next week don't accuse them. I mean, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah. Yep.
What is the POS words? Not sure. But anyway, but yeah, as usual, I saw Savage last night. Very interesting. Very interesting little gameplay they did there. Like what was it? Dress Up. That was a pretty funny one.
I was gonna say I got to watch some of it, but my littles had friends stay, so
yeah. I think it was clipped. Also, I think Chronicles of the Shadies clipped it a little bit too. It was interesting. Man, I think they had one person dress up as Benny Keys, the other dress up as Tiffany Marie. So it was interesting.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm sure that probably was interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah. I think the same guy who dressed up, or same woman that dressed up as Dolly, dressed up as Benny Keys, basically. Is it raining in New York City? Please tell me it stopped now.
Now,
Anyway.
see, okay, so the screenshot that I got to see is the screenshot, and I was like, wow, shit. I mean, was that Veloma that was playing Tiffany?
Yes.
She did a good job, like, you know what I mean, with her hair and like her
at first I thought it was Tiffany Marie for a moment. I was like, wow, Tiffany, she like Savage is letting Tiffany Marie up and there isn't screaming yet. I'm like, what's going on?
I was gonna say that ain't gonna happen. There's not shit.
I thought like
if I was gonna say her and Benny can't be on the same panel, they'll fucking go off like me and Laura.
Yeah, I seriously thought like that was Tiffany Marie for a moment. I was like, what the fuck? Why is Tiffany Marie
spot on the voice and all? I'll have to go back and watch it. I haven't got to see it yet.
The Benny Keys one, I mean, I think that person's a better Dolly, like when he did the Dolly, but the Benny Keys thing is not as good as Benny Keys because the usual Benny Keys attitude wasn't there, but it was close. But yeah, pretty much. Let me see. So how you been? Like, what's been up? What's going on? What's going on?
Not much, really. I mean,
the usual stuff.
I was going to say, trying to catch up, trying to get caught up with everything going on. I'm still a little bit behind, but I see Heels dropped a couple of good videos. Oh, also, since we're on this, by the way, so the other day, let me just say this. The other day, Laura was on Tiffany's panel, and she shared a screenshot where I was in the chat, and I said to Veloma that I said she's a joke, and she got mad after you told her to wrap her car around the pole, and
not me, Veloma.
I sided with you because Laura has said from that day forward that I sided with Veloma. I never did. I never sided with her. I didn't side with either one of them. You know what I mean? I wasn't on any fucking side, first of all.
Yeah, Jones had made a clip about it, and also Cherry Pick Clips actually had you as well. What you stated.
Yeah, I knew Jones and did. I seen some of hers. But the one that Jones and did, there was Andrea in here in the chat, went back and found the specific timestamp for us of when it got brought up. You know what I mean? Actually made a comment about it during the Quentin Simon, where the protesters, hecklers were down there, being hecklers, and I said right then and there, and actually Veloma apologized for it right after it happened. So I mean, how many times can you apologize for the shit? You know what I mean? Veloma apologized for it. I said I didn't stand on it. So if that's the excuse that I think she took that and used that to make sure she had a fallout with me to talk shit. She was because she was talking shit before, but
I mean, like, has Laura ever apologized for any of the fucked up things she said?
No, I'm sure she hasn't.
So, I mean, like, how does she have a leg to stand on? Like, Veloma said something fucked up. I mean, 2 apologies, basically. Had to deal with harassment, and then,
I mean, she still hasn't apologized to Joneson for the nasty shit she said, so...
yeah, pretty much.
Anyhow, let's put this on. So basically, this has to do with the other day with Laura being on Tiffany's panel. Yes. Now, see, I didn't have this clip available. I wasn't invited to go on that panel. That panel was not made for me and Laura to go up there and talk about shit. Tiffany held that panel specifically for Laura to come up and speak, obviously. I thought she held the panel for herself to talk about Veloma and had Laura on. That's how I thought shit went. But apparently it was for, honestly, I don't even know what the fuck it was for. Laura was on there, and there's a clip. This is how petty Laura was being. She's like, somebody said, I love Queen Bee's channel. And she's like, can we delete that? Laura, can we delete that? And Tiffany's like, no, we're not going to just be deleting shit because somebody said they like somebody else's channel.
I like Queen Bee and Veloma. Delete that. And then she tries to like fucking run back and say, well, I don't mind the Queen Bee comment, but the Veloma one got me mad. So I need that deleted. I need that deleted. And it's like, Tiffany's like, no.
Yeah, so I mean,
can't you handle a little fucking bit of like someone saying that they don't like that they like other channels other than you, ma'am? Like fucking nuts. But anyway,
Tiffany's like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not. It's not what we're here. We're not. Just don't even worry about the chat. Oh fuck, Laura can't. She can't focus on not fucking yelling at the chat.
Some of the things tonight have to do with Queen Bee. Now, Tiffany and Queen Bee are friends. So I just want to put it out there that my feelings towards Queen Bee have nothing to do with Tiffany's feelings towards Queen Bee. Tiffany is allowed to have her own friends. She's allowed to, get along with people I don't. So I just want to put that out there. So because of her panel and because of her, and, we've gone back and forth at each other. Don't get me wrong. But I have said a couple things here and there. She thinks I doxed her because I showed a picture that everyone else has shown. She didn't have a problem with anybody else showing it. Only when.
No, I've had a problem with anybody showing it because it's a fucked up picture and it's fucking however they wanted to, Jimmy Con wanted to Photoshop it and fuck with my fucking face and say it was a mole and shit like that. Yeah, so I do have an issue with it. She knows that. She knows exactly why the fuck I have an issue with it. What's up, Texan? How you doing, bub?
Okay, Queen Bee.
How you doing?
How are you, baby?
Well, been better, been worse, hon.
All right.
How's the mushroom hunting going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Gotta wait till they're just not ready yet. I mean, there's some that we picked a couple, but we have to go back out this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
I just jumped up to speak on this Veloma deal. So back when that comment was made, I was there, and then I was on another channel. I won't say where, but I was complimenting Veloma because she was on that panel. And then I remembered that comment. And I said, well, yeah, but she could twist on you like a dime if she gets pissed off. And then she kind of come at me through somebody else. I said, I don't think I said a bad word about Veloma, which I did. And in that comment, and we just got that stuff patched up like this past week, and I apologized to her. And I said, now this whole thing is coming back up, and it's over the same comment. And I'm like, oh God, is this going to die or is this going to be forever?
Well, I mean, that's because Laura just needs every single possible, like she needs to twist every single possible thing that's ever happened so she can have an excuse for calling heels in the air, liking to watch children dance. And also everyone else is a P, and just to excuse her bad behavior. So that's pretty much it. So she's bringing up every single past thing that has ever happened at this point.
Yeah, I mean, me and her just got over that the past few days. I'm like going, here it's back again. Jesus.
Yeah, you would think someone would, after 2 apologies videos and multiple times saying sorry and months apart, this being said like 6 months ago or something like that, or actually it was in 2022, so I'm thinking probably a little more than 6 months. You would think someone say, yeah, someone got heated and said something fucking stupid, and then basically it's apologies. But nope, she has to bring it back because she needs to make herself the victim. Laura has to make herself a victim all the fucking time. Whenever she does something terrible, she has to go back to, I'm a victim, or it's my kids. You're attacking my kids by criticizing my bad decision making. It's always that. She always does that. It's just how it is.
Yeah. Well, I like Veloma. And I made the comment. I didn't believe I made the comment. I had to go back and reread a whole 3-hour chat to find it. And I did. And I apologized to her this week and stuff. And like I said, it was pretty funny. It's okay, that's cool. I made amends to that person. Now this whole subject's back up. I'm like going, I don't know what Laura's problem is. I mean, and B Tim, I took up for you on the poll, man. I told her I can't go down with this kind of crap.
Well, I don't mind. Like, the thing is, I wouldn't mind the poll if it wasn't during a murder trial. You know what I mean? Like, you can make a poll if you're like fucking joking around.
Yeah, but
So I have a thick skin. I mean, I don't give a fuck. You can comment about me as much as you. I think it's childish, and I think if like a man did that, they would be in fucking deep
well,
shit.
there you go. That
You know.
there's the point. You have a man do a poll over boobs or butts or looks or whatever, and where you're going to get crucified, man.
Yeah, especially in this community when it's like majority of women, they'll be like fucking looking at you like you're a horrible person. It's like,
You're right, and
you know.
that passed the line with me, you know. But it's like that's all I got this morning. I was like, I've stayed away just because other problems, and all this stuff is driving me nuts. So I was like, well,
It doesn't drive me nuts. It's like, you know, Laura will just simply twist and lie as much as she can because she sees this as a business. She doesn't care. It's about money, and it's just how it is. It's like if you get, you know, like at this point, I don't even get mad at Laura because she'll just say anything at this point, and it's like, oh, I'm shocked. She said that, you know, basically heels in the air, thinks watching children dance is pornography. You know, that's basically what she said in her reply. It's like, well, I'm not really shocked.
Careful using that word, B Tim.
I know, but I'm just saying that's what she said. But
I know, you know,
I won't repeat it, but that's what she basically said. And Laura will say,
I get that, but I mean,
yeah, I get you. I won't repeat it. Don't worry. My apologies. I won't repeat it. But yeah, that's basically, she said it. It's just like fucked up. And I'm like, okay, well, Laura's going to say more fucked up things. Welcome to Laura.
Yeah, and see, okay, here, Sweet Tea and Bumpy, she said it on her panel. And that's the problem that I had because, like I said, in this, when YouTube, that's how YouTube works. You get, and they know that you get down, you say something, and you know, shit was being, you know, we'd get off live here, go immediately, people would go right over there, and you know what I'm saying? The conversation would change, and then I would come back on me and my fucking channel because, you know what I mean? The shit that was being said and stuff, that's not, and Sweet Tea was new. She had no fucking idea. She doesn't know how YouTube works like that. She doesn't know that, you know what I mean? It's just, I was pissed off because I got the fucking, and I'm still getting the fucking blame for the bullshit. It didn't even happen over here. It didn't have anything to do with me at all. But Laura started a big ass fucking war with me because of it.
Yeah, that was crazy, basically. It's like she comes on, she does the crop. You know, we'll see it. But if you want to play the video more, because we're paused on this for like...
Yeah, I was just waiting on...
But you can go.
Came up here and wanted to talk, so I wanted to give him that chance to...
Oh, yeah, I know it wasn't on this channel. I know what channel it was on. I was there. And...
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I was giving you an opportunity to say what you needed to say, and I didn't want to be rude and continue to play this over the top of you, or... You know what I mean?
I've seen this Jonesing deal this morning, and that's what
we're playing on here. We're gonna play it for the people who haven't seen it.
But I'm out of here. Just wanted to speak my piece. Y'all have a great day.
You too, baby. We'll talk to you later.
Good one, Texan.
I show it. So way back when, according to Queen Bee, the reason why her and I have this issue or this started was because she took Voluma's side when Voluma told me that she was going to have a fucking party and that she would be thrilled if I ended up dead. And Queen Bee took Voluma's side and said, a lot of them laughed like it was no big deal. And a lot of them were like, oh, it doesn't matter. Who cares? It's not a big deal. They all thought it was fucking hysterical.
So in Tiffany's chat, she was called a liar. People had seen this with their own eyes. People were here. They seen this shit. They were here watching. They watched this shit happen. They heard it go down. They seen it go down. So everybody's calling her a fucking liar. What does she do? She runs off and grabs a fucking screenshot of me and Voluma having a conversation. One screenshot of one comment, not the whole conversation, just one comment. And this is exactly what she says. She swears up and down that we laughed about it and that I took Voluma's side. Laura's the only one saying that I took Voluma's side. That's it. Nobody else is saying that. Just Laura. Right? That's it. She's the only one at this point, or well, back then even, that was saying the shit. So who else would I be speaking about?
Someone tells you to wrap yourself around a tree and that she would be thankful if you died, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And if you think that that makes you a good person, that's up. That's my opinion.
What I do not support, what I will not support, is telling someone that their children need to be taken or that they need to be wrapped around a fucking car pole or where their car needs to be wrapped around a pole or whatever the fuck all that was. Nah, I don't approve of that shit. I don't like talking about other motherfucking people's kids. None of that shit. None of that. You want to talk like that? That's cool. Go do that. Do that on your own channel. Do that on your own time. But don't fucking bring it over here because I don't want it over here.
But let me say what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
If I said some bullshit like Valoma said, that 15 clip channels would have it, I would be the worst person in the world. And oh my God. But Valoma says it. Now let me go back a second. Remember when Dolly went off in Aileen and said the most horrible things? And everybody was like how awful he was. There was never an excuse made, nothing. You couldn't make an excuse for what he said. What Valoma said to me was 10 times worse than what Dolly said, and people are making excuses? Okay, my son lost his dad 6 months ago. And that fucking cunt says that I should die and leave my 14-year-old with no parent?
Where did she say
Keep making fucking excuses. Keep saying, oh, it's okay.
I didn't say it was okay. I never once said it was okay.
She said that on Sweet Tea's panel. She said that she should wrap her car around a fucking tree and die for all she cares. She said Sweet Tea should take her fucking kids.
And then
she said all that.
Mom.
On her own
but
panel,
everyone's making excuses because it's Valoma. I have never, ever.
I wasn't talking about Sweet well, I did talk about Valoma, but I didn't know. I thought she said that on her own panel when y'all went at it.
No, it was on Sweet Tea's panel, and 3 people on that panel said nothing. Let her say it and said nothing.
What I do feel like is, you know what? Sweet Tea's been one of my friends from the very beginning. So for y'all to get down and voice this, you know YouTube. Y'all know YouTube. So for y'all to get down from here and go over to her channel where it's all tiny and little and she doesn't know shit about shit and she's just learning and sit up on her fucking panel and allow shit to be like this, I'm not happy at all. Not happy at all.
They all just let her talk.
Laura, nobody over here is in agreement with what was said.
Yeah, not at all.
And Queen Bee took Valoma's side and said, laughed like it was no big deal. And a lot of them were like,
What up, Sweet Tea?
Hey, you could have let the video finish, sweetie. I could have sat by. That was fine. No, I just figured I'd come out of hiding. It brought me
Well, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I just, like I said, I'm sorry that this has to be drugged back out, but
yeah. Well, this is bullshit. The reason why I stopped, this is why I stopped streaming this bullshit like this.
Well, yeah, and Valoma apologized right after this happened.
Yep.
She came up here the other day and read the email and read the stuff that she apologized. She apologized to Laura for saying this to her. And
she said it. What Laura's not saying is she said it and dropped down almost immediately. All of us were in freaking shock. Can you imagine what you feel like when somebody spits that out? I was sitting there like, what the hell? There ain't nothing for you to do. I mean, she dropped down. I couldn't kick her out. She dropped down. And so,
well, yeah, but I mean, you didn't sit there and laugh and giggle about it and ha ha ha. And that's not what you did.
About
so,
that. No, that was not.
And we didn't do that either. So therefore, I don't know where she's getting this fucking. They laughed and they giggled and they agree with her and they took Valoma's fucking side. Valoma didn't even take Valoma's fucking side. Valoma was just as shocked at what came out of her fucking mouth as we were.
She immediately emailed me, apologized. She honestly, I do think it was an emotional reaction. It's not right.
I think, it was an emotional response. And I say that a couple of times that I believe I say that in here. I don't know, but here, I'll finish playing this a little bit.
Like, oh, it doesn't matter. Who cares? I just heard a lot of excuses being made for what was said right on this panel.
I like Valoma. I really do. I hope that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked.
I mean, I don't know. I need to talk to her because I mean,
no matter who she is, that wasn't okay. You don't say shit like that. No matter who you disagree with. She was really having a hard night last night, but that's still not okay. There's no buts about it. Like, it's fucked up. That's not okay.
I just heard a lot of excuses being made for what was said right on this panel.
Like what?
Oh, maybe something's wrong. Maybe this. Maybe that. No.
Wait, did something happen with Valoma?
She said some stuff that was ugly. I was honestly shocked at how upset she was. And I can only help but wonder. I've seen her in Laura's lives and she was a member and all that. So maybe she felt like you know how sometimes people get so involved with the creator in the chat, they feel betrayed when the creator does something they don't agree with?
Absolutely.
I'm kind of almost wondering if it didn't stem from that. But even that being said, it's not okay to say things like that, because what if it happened? Like, if that happened, you would not feel okay.
I just heard a lot of excuses being made for what was said right on this panel.
You know, honestly, I got to give her a little leeway because she's came up here and she's talked about it. I mean, I'm not saying it's okay or she should make remarks like that or whatever. I'm not trying to make an excuse for it or nothing like that. Whatever. I'm not trying to make an excuse for it or nothing like that. Whatever. I'm not trying to make an excuse for it or nothing like that.
Oh, maybe something's wrong. Maybe this, maybe that.
Yeah, no. I mean, nothing like that. Because like I said, I still haven't talked to her or nothing like that either. So,
yeah.
But she has, you know, she did lose a child. And when you are in this kind of a community and you hear things and you see things and you know what I mean, she's sitting back watching. Here we are on day 8 of these protesters going out here screaming this shit. I'm sure it's probably bringing some PTSD back. You know what I'm saying? And
thank you for that clarity. Yes.
Yeah, I think that what I heard was a definite emotional response. So I agree. You know, like it wasn't. Normally Paloma is pretty articulate and will tell you not only how she's feeling but why. So that was just kind of out of left field for me. I felt like maybe I just don't know her. I don't know.
No, this shit wasn't okay.
I just heard a lot of excuses being made for what was said right on this panel. What she said was fucking disgusting.
Something's it's out of character for what we know of her, so we're still trying to.
In all of the years of YouTube, of all the horrible things that I've said, I have never said anything like that ever. Not even close to something like that.
I've never heard that from her either, and I don't know her very well. I don't agree with saying shit like that at all. That's bad to put in the universe. That's bad karma, and you didn't deserve that, in my opinion. Some people might think that you do deserve that, Laura, but I don't feel like you. Nobody deserves to be talked to in that way, in my opinion. Okay.
And Queen Bee took Paloma's side and said a lot of them laughed like it was no big deal, and a lot of them were like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Who cares?" But I'm just saying, where are the clip channels? How come nobody? If I said something like that, oh my god.
You're right.
The video's not there anymore. The video's not there anymore. The video's not there anymore. Everything Paloma said was on Sweet Tea's panel. That's why Sweet Tea was played.
And so what sparked her to even say this? Because that's such an over-the-top statement.
Because she misunderstood something that I said.
Okay.
So instead of actually listening to the entire thing of what I said, she jumped on something, a small clip, and made it out like I was going down there to be a tragedy pimp, and the only reason I'm going down there is to grow my channel. And that is not what I said at all.
No, that's not what you said, but that's really what you insinuated when you said you wanted to go down there and you asked you're on your panel and they told you no on your community tab and everybody told you no. And then you even went into your members only and asked your members only and they told you no as well about going down there. Anyhow, I didn't co-sign that shit. I didn't agree with Paloma at all.
We didn't have a chance. I was there on the panel that night with Sweet Tea when Paloma popped up. We didn't have a chance to even say, whoa, 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 because it came out so fast. And if I do remember correctly, we ended it and started a new live.
Yes, there's 2 parts. I still have the video. I still have it. And Queen had nothing to do with it. There's no reason Queen should be blamed for that.
Nope.
I got on Queen's panel.
No, it's a way for Laura to start a fucking fight with me. That's what it was. That's all it was.
And it's a damn excuse is what it is. And you can drop this excuse, Laura. If you want to blame somebody, you can blame me. Blame me. I'm not here. Say anything you want to about me. So, it's fine. Go ahead. But yeah, no, we didn't have time to react. And this was 6 months ago.
Yes.
It didn't even happen anytime.
October. This was the night of, I think it was the night of the Halloween thing, matter of fact.
Yes. Yes.
I have 2 parts. I have part 1 that's it's on, and part 2 where we started over voices.
Because we ended up, like, many people were concerned because that was such an out of character move on her part. But let's not forget that Laura doesn't tell anybody her part of it. She says, oh, because Paloma misunderstood something I said.
Yep.
The fact that you said you made a community post and a poll about going to Savannah, and you had just had Paloma sharing her tragedy. You guys had conversed back and forth about writing a book because you wanted to write a book with your kid. I mean, come on, Laura.
I just want to point out how blatantly like Laura just lies. It's like it's so blatant. It's to the point where we can actually grab recordings and it's just the opposite of what the fuck she says. So yeah, that's why that's why she doesn't like clip channels and she doesn't like people that actually record her because she fucking lies on a constant basis and she doesn't like her lies being recorded.
Well, and two, where has Valoma said something like that again in 6 months? Perplex is constantly saying something, and I normally don't speak on stuff like that, but there's constantly something coming out of her mouth about somebody.
Okay,
you ain't even been around for the fucking bullshit that's been going on and the shit she just said about Jones and her dad. I mean, you ain't even been around for all the fuck shit that's been going on, girl.
You forgot about Heel. You forgot about Heels as well.
Yeah, and calling Heels a pedo because she wanted to have a dance contest for her opening video, which she actually just made a video too, and it was really good too.
Yeah, I already voted. I already voted actually. So
see, that's bull crap.
Oh, did you?
You know,
I need to go vote too.
And see, where's Valoma said anything remotely like that again in 6 months?
How is what Valoma said worse than attempting to plot the assault of another YouTuber? You're going to tell me what Valoma said is worse than what Laura was plotting? Nope. Get out of here, Laura. Go sit down.
Oh, and yeah, Amanda did send me the screenshots. She did send those over. I need to send them over to Cappy. But yeah, she did send me the screenshots where she was in the group chat and was trying to get somebody to, you know, essay her.
Assault.
Pretty much.
Assault.
There you go. Yeah, like yeah, there you go.
Forcibly assault.
I think it needs to be dropped. I mean, it needs to be freaking dropped. And Queen needs to be the last person that's blamed for it. Like I said, you want to blame somebody? It was my panel. Blame me.
Well, yeah, but this is the whole reason she started this big ass fucking fight. That she co-signed this, that she just said on Tiffany Marie's panel right there. She swears I sided with fucking Valoma. Well, there's the proof that I fucking didn't. There's the shit that, you know what I mean? So you owe me a fucking apology and keep my fucking name out of your mouth.
I thought y'all were okay after that, Queen. I was around.
Yeah, she was on panel.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, when she
for months.
That, I was like,
okay, so that's what she used as an excuse, and then somebody said her fucking name in my chat talking about her fucking candles.
Right.
I pissed the fuck off because I was heating up a goddamn bowl of fucking cheese out in the other fucking room, and I come back in here and she's like, "You're gonna fucking let people dox me like that in your fucking chats? This is fucking bullshit." And then boom, went live that fucking night.
Yep, that's why she got mad. She was fine after Valoma. And when I saw that, I was like, nope. She came back on panel and was fine after Valoma. It was that chat thing that set her off.
She used that as an excuse, saying I sided with Valoma. So she was already pissed the fuck off and already mad. I don't know why the fuck she was even coming back over here if she was already fucking pissed off and mad.
Yeah. Well,
anyhow, here's the video here's a video Heels made of her talking some more shit. It says tears of a clown.
Tears of a clown.
What have I done that it's justified that people don't like? I'm doing something right. I'm never lost custody of my kids. I'm not on drugs. I'm not some lowlife who,
I gotta ask, who said anything about, okay, and this is another thing, who said anything about her kids and losing custody of her kids or anything like that? We don't, okay, so first of all, another thing too, let me say this. We don't talk about kids over here. Don't fuck with kids. Don't do that. When we spoke on Laura, it was the situation at hand that Laura brought to YouTube about her daughter and the bullshit with that Cuties movie and the shit with her fucking boyfriend or whatever. It's a situation she brought to this platform. We didn't speak on her child. We have no intentions of speaking on her child. We spoke on the situation that it involved and pertained to her child that, again, she brought to YouTube. So we were not speaking on her daughter or her children, nor would we ever, but it had to be the conversation that was being had. She was involved in that conversation. So I just want to make that clear for those that don't understand.
Has to sit on the internet talking crap about people. No, sorry. That's you. Fucking Heels up there running our mouth about, I've seen nice Section 8 house. Why don't you worry about you, bitch? Like, for real. Worry about not getting little fucking kitty porn that you want to put on your channel. You're a bully. You were probably molested as a child. You probably were the exact epitome of what you're trying to portray me as.
That's way worse than what Valoma said to me.
Holy shit.
It's okay, guys. It's not on YouTube. It's on Kick.
Sarah, didn't you lose your children? Last time I checked, you don't even have your fucking kid. You lost your kid to CPS. You're not even relevant. You are a joke. You are still tickling Queen Bee's nuts. Guarantee her daddy did that.
Guarantee if I had a set, she'd suck them so goddamn
things to her, or a stepdaddy did things to her, and that's why she is the way she is. Oh, QB is totally working the government.
Totally working the government. QB's totally working the government. Hey, dude. Totally.
Am I like wrong and understand that she, like Laura collects food stamps too?
Didn't JLR and Bull Strangler and their crazy click crew say they were already going to call these fucking places?
Yeah, but I'm saying doesn't
how many calls they're going to be like, who the fuck is Queen Bee? Who the fuck is Rebecca? Where the fuck did this person come from?
But like, can I say something?
I'm not going to sit here and dispute that shit. Call, make yourself look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, why? Yeah, but I'm saying like, why is she like saying anything when she collects food stamps? So
she does. She's a single mom of 3 kids. You can't fucking tell me.
So why are you throwing like? Why are you angry about like? But why is she angry about other people on government assistance?
She's angry about every fucking thing in her life. Every fucking thing.
Like you're on government assistance too, ma'am. So stop throwing people.
Sky is blue. There's Laura. God, sky's fucking blue today.
Yeah. I mean, like, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. If you're on government assistance, you shouldn't be commenting on other people being on government assistance, even if they were. I don't know if you are, Queen. I don't really give a fuck. But, like, I'm just saying, like, it's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. Like, this whole thing.
Over here doing mic drops.
Yeah.
That's a given. So they want to talk about, it's fraud? Let's see what the government would feel about QB if they get a phone call about her. Because from what I heard, there's some people that are about to call on all of them.
That's Laura giving dead giveaway that she's going to start making phone calls and she's going to start going real life. Yep. But I don't really do it. Make yourself look stupid. Please be my guest. Well, but record it. Please record it.
Given that they've already done that once to me before, and I don't make a lot of money on YouTube, $200 every month. Most of the time, it's about $112. And I'm perfectly happy with that. That's well below the maximum amount that I can make every month. Well below. So go ahead. I don't even have to report it. My caseworker knows. Everybody knows. So go ahead and make all your calls that you want because now it's going to be harassment, Laura. Thank you.
I mean, like, let's be like, it's just fucking ridiculous. It's like you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, QB is on whatever. Like, first of all, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But like, that's the IRS's job. Like, that's not your job. And I think the IRS does a pretty good job. If someone's trying to avoid taxes, I'm sure the IRS will be there.
Do you have any idea how long the wait time is going to be to report for any of those?
Oh yeah, I've had unlike her belief that I don't have money, I've actually had to talk to the IRS, and usually you're lucky to get in contact with the IRS in 3 hours to 4 hours on hold.
Yes.
So good luck.
Enjoy your hold times, ladies.
Yeah, like as someone who's had to actually pay a lot of money, like considerable amounts of money, not a lot. I mean, I'm not, but yeah, you're not going to enjoy waiting on the IRS. I should say that much. It's not fun.
All to go and then tattle, and they're going to say, "Oh, okay, thanks."
They're probably going to say, "Okay, well, that's the wrong service. Please be on hold," and then you're going to be on hold for another 2 hours. So, congratulations. You're going to hold it.
I've learned normally people project more than anything when they say crap like this. They're projecting, looking in the mirror. You know, that's just my opinion. Give or take it. But normally people's projecting when they're talking crap like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just pretty much, and then she talks about like, you know, how she's like independent. It's like, wait, you're not independent if you're still getting food stamps, ma'am. So you can't sit there and be like, all these people that get government food stamps and stuff like that. No, ma'am, you also do it too. So you can't really. You're still in the glass house, and you shouldn't be throwing stones. You do the exact same thing. I mean, you're not making enough. Like if you're like qualifying for food stamps, that means you are not making enough to support yourself, and the government has deemed necessary to help you out, and you should be happy about that. You shouldn't be fucking going after people. But you know, she wants to guilt people for being impoverished. But I don't know, whatever. Let her do it.
I promise you, if somebody's getting food stamps, I think I've already said this on this panel before. I used to do it for 5 years. That's what I did for the state, and I promise you, there's enough systems that we check. We know if you're making money or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I can promise that. So if somebody's getting them, they qualify to get them.
Yeah, and I'm not guilting anyone getting government assistance. Everyone needs help once in a while in their life. You know, something fucking happens, you need help from the government. Be happy that you're in the United States, then it can provide you some kind of help. In some countries, you don't get jack shit. But this whole idea of like going after people because they might be on government assistance and calling up their jobs, it's fucking stupid. It really is.
Well, she likes to body shame, income shame.
Yeah.
You know, it's a number of things.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a topic that she misses.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. And it says you rarely get them on the phone and you. Yeah, I mean, I've had to wait for the IRS for like 5 fucking. I mean, you're talking about the state. The state's worse. You can't even. Good luck even. I could tell you stories of waiting on the phone.
Good luck of even getting a hold of the caseworker.
Yeah, like, oh my God. I'm talking about like state tax system. Luckily I've never had to call them. I only had to call the IRS like twice. And it was something when they got something wrong, but it was not fun. It was not fun at all. But
all right, y'all. Well, this was fun. I'm going to jump down. That was all I came up to say. She just doesn't need to blame Queen.
Yeah, well, she doesn't need to talk about anyone because she lives like in a constant fucking victim mentality, and she also attacks people, and she's always lies, and it's just the same shit over and over again.
Exactly. Yeah. She just needs to leave Queen alone on that subject and move on. Y'all have a good day. Bye.
All right. Yeah, have a good one. Bye.
Bye, sweet tea. We'll see you later, baby. Here, I'm gonna finish playing this.
All right.
You are the fucking one. You're the loser that fucking lies. And that was on Section 8 and was homeless and blah, blah, blah. So don't fucking sit there.
Who is she talking about? Is she saying that I was homeless? Wait, did she switch subjects or what? Who's she still talking about me?
I think she switched subjects because I have openly told my story about how I was homeless. And when I came out of the mission, I was eligible for Section 8 and qualified and got it. So,
okay, let's switch it over to you. Okay.
I think she switched over to me, but she's applying them to you. And I don't know how that works. She's coming out the side of her neck again.
Or lie about me. That's what bothers me. It doesn't fucking matter what I say or what I think. Who fucking cares what I think? That you're changing your whole fucking video just because I said something. So Heels changes her whole video because of something I said. Thank you.
She just be making shit the fuck up. Did you see what Heels said on the bottom of her?
For the relevance and importance in your life, Heels. But you change everything because you don't like what I said. If you're doing nothing wrong and you're not some weird fucking person, then why don't you still continue with the kid videos?
Damn, she been pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. She's just in a perpetual state of being pissed off.
Perpetually pissed off.
Yeah. I mean, like, you go.
Look, and heels didn't change anything here, just so you guys can see.
What, the contest?
Dance contest, yes, right here. And I'm not gonna play it because the music or whatever, I don't have the rights to play it, so I'm not gonna put it on here. But anyhow, here's her dance contest. She's got it's still going on. She never changed it, never stopped it, never stopped doing it, none of that. So make sure y'all get over there, listen to them, watch them, and make sure you vote.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now. I picked Coolio. Coolio 002. That's who I picked. That guy is like that. That guy is like jamming. I like how he was just jamming to the music. It was really cool. Like he is totally into that song. Like I'm.
Fancy feet.
I think I know who the Fancy Feet is actually.
It says it in the left-hand corner.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a couple of them. You guys, if there's anybody else that wants to do it, make sure you guys enter the dance con. What is she doing? The vote? Can you still enter it, or is it done?
No, you just go to the community page and you can vote. You go to the community page and there's like 4 entries and they have like the names of the people and you can pick. So number 1 is Birdie 001, Coolio, NASA Girl, AK 003, and Fancy Feet. And you can vote based on who you want. You just pick one. I picked Coolio because I thought he just jammed the best with the song. Like he literally, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like he just like really killed it.
I've been trying to get the horses, but they don't cooperate. They're not. They won't all pop their heads up at the right time to match with the beat of the music. I've been trying to. It's not working though.
Yeah, like honestly, but that's just me. So yeah, I picked it. So Coolio is who I voted for.
I hope more people enter it. I really do.
Who did you pick?
I haven't yet. I'm gonna go in here and do it now. Well, I need to.
to.
But before, I gotta change the subject real fast on this. I just have a quick question. What do y'all think about the? Okay, so we got a couple things to talk about. Ryan Upchurch, don't let me forget. Ryan Upchurch, we gotta talk about that. Okay, there's more family bullshit. And another song. Remember, we said another song was gonna be dropped, and another song was fucking dropped.
I saw that. I was like, yeah.
We fucking called it. Family drama, big blow up. Yep. Another song got dropped. Yep. And that's that.
Oh, man.
I was like, the ESPN is strong at the Hive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Patterns, people. I tell you, patterns. All right. I got a quick question, though. Listen to this. Well, a little bit of both. So what do you guys think about that? The guy that woke up and his wife and his daughter were gone, and he started looking for him or whatever, and he couldn't find him. And the ambulance and police and fire and everything was down the road. They were about a block away, I guess. They were down at his kid's mom, his daughter's mom's house, and she was found dead in a bucket in the front yard by his fucking wife. She actually took the bucket and like walked it down there in a wagon and left it in front of the mother's house.
What?
Can you have the article so I can read it?
No, I have the video. There's a video of it on here, and it's a news. It's the news had it on, and she's a I'll pop it up right now. Give me just 2 seconds.
Because I'm trying to imagine this scenario, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Actually, yes. Okay, so the 6-year-old girl, she puts her in a 5-gallon bucket, puts the bucket in the wagon and walks it down. Somebody on their Ring camera caught her walking down the road, pulling the wagon with the bucket in the back of it.
This is that clip from Law and Crime the other night that we didn't get to play.
Yes, it is. Yep. We didn't have a chance to go over it. We were going to, and we never did.
Right. I just remember what the caption on that video said. That's oh my God. All right. Now let's go feed the horses and listen to this. Hopefully the Wi-Fi reaches.
Yeah, woman allegedly caught hauling boyfriend's dead 6-year-old in a wagon. Here we go. Let's see. Yes, and it is on Law and Crime. Okay, here we go.
Camera video shows a parent's worst nightmare.
This is crazy.
After a woman in Louisiana allegedly killed her boyfriend's 6-year-old daughter, put her body in a 10-gallon bucket, and left the little girl's body on her mother's front lawn.
The manner of death is homicide. She has multiple injuries, and I'm not going to get into details regarding the injuries because this is still a fluid investigation.
Officials in the New Orleans suburb of Harahan, Louisiana, call the incident a, quote, big shock to a small community. Wednesday morning, 6-year-old Bella Fontanelle's father reported his daughter missing.
He got up and they were both gone. He reported her missing, and this is his girlfriend, and that's his baby in that bucket right there.
Jeez. So was there like a motive to this? Like, what the fuck is wrong with that person?
I don't know. I really have no idea.
Like, they knew they were going to get caught. So this is like...
Well, yeah, it's like there's obvious like mental issues. It makes me wonder if like there wasn't like a love triangle kind of thing, or if she wasn't doing it to, you know what I'm saying, punish him, or maybe, you know, his wife or something, because it's one thing to like take her life. It's another thing to take her life, put her in a bucket, and then make sure the mother sees her out in her front yard. You know what I mean? Like, that's devastating. That's...
Yeah, I mean, that's
some next level fucking bullshit right there. That's pretty damn. That's like cartel shit right there. Like they, you know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
That's super twisted.
Hours later, the kindergartner's body was discovered in a bucket on her mother's front lawn.
When they opened up that bucket, they found the 60-year-old deceased inside that bucket. Turned into a homicide investigation, obviously, at that point. Homicide detectives from Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office were called out to the scene.
Investigators say the woman responsible for Fontanelle's death is her father's girlfriend.
Hey, Jonesy.
What's up, all you cool cats and kittens? What the fuck is wrong with people? This is insane. I can't even imagine what makes your brain go to that place. Ugh.
Well, you should be glad you don't, because if you thought like that, you'd probably be...
Well, I know, but, you know, when you're trying to figure out, like Queen said, it could have been like a triangle kind of situation, maybe mental health, and it's just like I can't fathom, like if it was a triangle situation, you know, doing that to a mother, what would make me bring the kid into? It's just so crazy. I thought it was a little boy.
It's like, what kind of situation can make you hurt a 6-year-old like that? Sorry, I had to put my little one's hair in a ponytail.
Like what makes you go there? What makes your brain go to the child and hurting the child? You know, I don't get it.
Well, you know, woman's scorn, I guess.
Do you think there's such a mental illness out there that...
Well, look at Leticia Stock for Gannon.
Yeah, what made her go there? She's not. I don't feel like she's crazy though. I know she's crazy, but not. She's culpable. She's 100% culpable.
I mean, like, isn't it like this? It's kind of like the story was all the time. Like, I remember I heard this Greek story.
Oh, with Leticia, she kept saying, well, I think she just, she was really mean and cruel to him. Like, he spilled the candle, and she's like, oh my God, look what you did. Look what you fucking did. Just being really mean and hateful and stuff. And, like, she's like, oh, great, now we're going to have to use your Christmas money to place it or something like that. You know, like, she just, like, put the fear of God in him.
Yeah, all the time. And think about
It's
Oakley
like
Snow.
she did it to make herself feel like bigger or something more because she didn't treat her daughter like that.
No. By all accounts, I mean, her daughter was kind of scared of her, but it's just because she was hardcore, I guess. But I don't know. But look at Oakley Snow's mom. There's already Facebook groups about her having possible postpartum. And I know we've had this discussion before. Like, I don't know. I feel like you look at Lindsay Clancy's situation, it looks completely different than some of these other situations. But this one, I think Burden said it was blunt force trauma and strangulation.
I feel like Lindsay Clancy's situation is different because that's chemical. You know, she has a chemical imbalance in her body from giving birth. This woman did not give birth to this child. This is not her child. She didn't have anything. It had nothing to do with postpartum, nothing. This is her step baby. You know, this is her stepchild.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like this is the boyfriend's the girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like she killed the kindergartner, put her in that bucket, and then took her to the mother's house and put her in the front yard of her mother's house. That is some shit where she wanted her to see her baby like that. You see what I mean? She wanted to make sure.
Who went and opened the bucket?
The mother, I believe, but the police said when they opened the bucket, they seen the child in there. Here, let me rewind it real quick. Because
I hope it wasn't.
She is right there pulling the baby down the road in that bucket. Are you fucking kidding me? Why couldn't you just pull her down the fucking street and go take her back to her mom's and not kill her? That would have been great. You could have just left her, took her and dropped her off and just left her in the mom's yard if that's how you felt. You didn't have to do all this shit. And I want to know something else. How the fuck did the dad just wake up and his daughter is gone and she's gone? I don't understand how the hell that happened because I'm sure she wasn't quiet taking this baby's life.
Blunt force trauma.
We need to be looking into this because I just don't. I don't know. There's a lot of missing pieces to it.
But you know what? If the dad really isn't involved, it would make sense that this lady, the stepmother,
you know,
this lady, it seems like she could have been blaming the child maybe for the connection still having to be had. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It seems like she blamed the child to get back at the mom too.
Well, yes. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely something going on because, I mean, you know, if she just was going to kill the child, you know, that's one thing. To kill the child, put her in the bucket, walk her there down the wagon to the mom's house, leave her in the mom's yard. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a definite dig at, you know, like that was a message for the mother.
The white boots are weird. I agree, makeup mobster. They are weird.
Very weird. Very fucking.
And they're like platform boots, ain't they?
Right.
Yeah.
They look like it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much into the volcano.
Could she have been having a mental break? I don't know. Fuck.
I mean,
people.
I have a question for you. When you say a mental break, are you like basically insinuating that this is like only mental and she was in the right frame of mind, or is that she was in the right frame of mind? She's just being a vindictive bitch, but she's crazy.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You have to. It's always going to be one or the other, right?
Yeah, I mean, like this seems to me like a plan just to be vindictive. Like this means that they knew what they were doing was wrong. They just basically wanted to fucking make it hurt. Basically, they knew what they were doing
cause
wrong.
harm, hurt people.
Yeah. So I mean,
but it makes you. I don't know. Mental breaks, I think the reason people always jump, including myself, to mental breakdowns is because we can't get there. We can't fathom. We can't get our brains to understand this kind of.
Because a normal person wouldn't do something like
Right, right.
this.
So then we're like,
so it's
what the
going to be
fuck?
somebody that's either mentally unstable or had a mental break, and then that goes back to the nature versus nurture. Were you born a killer, or did you turn into one? Were you made one?
Yeah.
You know, how does that? Do you think people are, born killers, or do you think they are,
I think
they're, the way they grew up, their home life, you know what I'm saying? What do you think? Like, what do y'all? I mean, that goes.
I mean, if you want my opinion, I think people are born with predisposition to certain things, but I think environment plays a huge part into how they become what they become.
Yeah, it's not nurture versus
because there's been
nature.
people who are rich and had great lives that are serious, that have turned into killers.
Well, just because you're rich doesn't necessarily mean you have a great life. You can have scenarios like, for instance.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, there's people who have, hold on.
I mean, I'll give you an example. Wasn't that guy who was that guy that had a situation where he was interviewed about his missing friend and all that stuff?
Was it recent?
It was years ago. It was like he owned like a Manhattan he was part owner of Manhattan Apartments. I'm trying to remember, and he admitted that he was like.
I've never heard of that.
It was like an interview on HBO. Let me see, HBO. And he was like, they did a Law and Order episode because this is the guy who dressed up as like a woman in Texas and like killed his next door neighbor when he was trying to escape from the police in New York. And it was overturned, and they said it was it was self-defense. I'm trying to remember that case.
What?
Robert Durst.
Talking about?
Oh, Robert Durst. I have heard of Robert Durst.
Yeah, he dressed up like that was a Law and Order episode. That was based on Robert Durst because he went to Texas and he pretended to be a woman and then this guy was like, it was the guy
at the hotel. He met. There was like a friend he made that stayed at the same rundown ass hotel, wasn't it? That knew that he was.
Yeah, pretty much. And then pretty much what happened is that he got off because he had a good lawyer that basically made the jury laugh, and they thought it was like self-defense and shit like that.
Oh my god!
And then someone else went missing later on when he came back to New York, and he's like a weirdo. And they did like an interview on Fox on him, like HBO interview with him. Be right back.
So I pulled some court documents on the case that's happening like 10 minutes away from my mother's house.
Hey, baby.
Hey, yes.
Hey, baby. Which case? Which one are you talking about?
The one we have pulled up.
This one. Oh, this one here is like it's wait. It's 10 minutes from your fucking house.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes from my mother's house.
Oh my god, bitch!
I'm from Louisiana, and I'm going to be going out there tomorrow. In the coroner that they interviewed, I worked for their family when I was in the restaurant business. They own a big restaurant in New Orleans. So familiar with everybody that's kind of, and then I have a friend that's a mutual friend of this family that this happened to. It just so happens that the dad worked for the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. I did a little research, and then I talked to a mutual friend that's friends with the dad. He worked for the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. He's also a professional fraud. He does fraud research. He also works for the city of Kenner.
So, is he a stand-up dude by all accounts, or?
Yeah, he looks like a suburban soccer dad, very well educated. It looks like he may have met his ex-wife at the University of New Orleans, where they were both educated at. His ex-wife also went through the court records, and it's looking like the ex-wife may have been the aggressor in most of the altercations that took place before the murder. So I'm still looking through everything, but it's looking like the ex-wife was the aggressor in several of the situations that happened. She was the initiator.
So the ex-wife was the one. So they probably did have fucking, like, you see, like, crimes of passion and like regular crimes, you know. So like, if she just killed her, and this is what I'm saying. I know it sounds shitty of me to be like that, but I mean, there's a difference with somebody just killing somebody or a child. I mean, or anyway, you know what I'm saying. And there's a difference in how you like dispose of the body. Like, okay, so you could just, she could have easily just killed her and disposed of her or whatever, but she disposed of her the way she did for a reason and put her in the fucking front yard of the mother's house. So I feel like there was a specific reason she did that. She did it that way for a reason.
It was a fuck you to the mom.
Right.
That's
so it was a direct dig at, here, bitch, I took your child's life.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? So they had been going back and forth, obviously. I wouldn't fucking trust my goddamn kid to be with her fucking in her fucking hands, if you know what I'm saying, if they were going back and forth anyways. Fuck that. You never know what a bitch will do to your kids.
Exactly. And I found it funny that the older child was spared. And the guy, I know that the husband, not the husband, but the boyfriend came in later, you know, that night from his shift. So he got, I don't know many auditors that come home that late, but he got off his shift and then reported everything that she wasn't there with the little girl. Just something doesn't smell right.
It's kind of like a big fuck you to the dad too, then, because of his career. Like, I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. It's all very strange.
So the mother lives approximately 2 blocks away from the dad. They live in the same neighborhood. So obviously, I'm sure there was some jealousy there. I mean, obviously, but something else happened. And why was the other little girl spared? Both kids come from the mother, both biological parents. So they both have the same mom and dad. They have 2 children together. One was spared. So I'm trying to work on getting more information because I know someone that's friends with the family. And then also maybe speak to someone in that area. Just to, you know, I'm not trying to be a tragedy pimp or anything like that. You would never see me on someone's front lawn. But if Betty thinks that she can come to the area and demand justice or whatever, you know, whatever they do when they're trying to save lives, quote unquote, she's sadly mistaken, because people where I come from, they don't play.
Are you talking about this case with the woman?
Yes.
I just came back from up. So why would Betty come down here?
Well, because a lot of people on Facebook, not everybody, but a lot of people on Facebook feel that there's something else happening.
What else? They literally have a video of the lady dragging a bucket with the dead body in it.
But a lot of people feel that there might be something else involved. You know, they don't feel like it's all her.
Well, they have a videotape that says, well, wow, people just.
Yeah. So to avoid speculation, a lot of people were saying that she was dismembered. She was not. The coroner confirmed that she was beaten and then strangled and then put in a 10-gallon bucket, a chlorine bucket, and then transported. Yeah, there's a whole backstory. And I think people are just wondering about that, especially on Facebook. Not so much on YouTube. But
yeah, Facebook is a pit for sure.
Yeah. A lot of locals that know these people, they are throwing speculation out there. They're wondering. So Facebook's kind of like the house right now where everybody's going crazy.
Yeah, but like, have the police released any other suspects, or is it just
so the police have I mean, early on they said that they don't think he's involved at all.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean anything. So
yeah, they can lie, true, but like the fact is, like, is there any evidence in the public that says otherwise?
I don't know.
Okay. Then.
Well, I'm mutual friends with a family. I'm not reaching out to family, so let's not twist that up.
Okay,
So
no
I'm
problem.
talking to someone in chat. So I'm mutual friends with somebody that happens to know both of them. So I'm just going to ask her, like, what happened? Like, what, because she didn't even know. She didn't even know what happened. She's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's all over the news. It's all over Facebook. She's like, I had no clue.
Oh, so people are. So did Betty mention anything about this, or did she? Are you just thinking like she
I
might?
just know how they are. And Betty has some ties to Louisiana. So you never know with them.
Yeah, of
They
course.
haven't been to Louisiana before, and it would not surprise me if they would try to come here and do some crazy shit.
Yeah. It's just very weird to me. Like whenever like a case you look at and it seems kind of open and shut, people try to make like just up by just the like just looking at the facts as it is, like just looking at a video and looking at some article or something like that.
But how did this happen with dad and older sister not knowing anything?
Well, that's the key. I mean, we don't know until the cops say it. I mean, like you could speculate, and the problem is like usually when you speculate by yourself, it's fine because there's you're just thinking about by yourself. But once you go on video and start speculating in groups, people think they're like fucking detectives, and they start trying to dig into the investigation, and then they really just become like a harassing campaign. You know what I mean? Like a regular detective's not going to go into a live stream with like 2,000 people and discuss the theory of the case. Usually a detective goes in a closed room with 2 or 3 people and then discuss what they think and what happens. And of course they're speculating too, but only 3 people, maybe 10 at max will hear their speculations because the truth of the matter is that they're still, figuring out the case. But yeah, that's the issue.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a person thinking what they want to think about of a case, but it's just like the problem is when you add social media to it, it kind of
it's like
gets to a mob.
Fire.
Yeah, it's like a mob mentality at that point. That's usually what happens.
Yeah. And they
That's
said
just-
everything's still under investigation, but it warms on your heart. Like you just,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, certain cases, certain people want to know what's the ins and outs, why a person do it. That's just a natural human curiosity. But the problem is that sometimes the answer is very simple. What is that? Skeptic would know it, depending on what the word for it.
The age of the older sister's 7. That's what the media said. 7. They won't show her face.
Well, they can. I don't think they can.
Mm-mm. Some people did, but the main media won't do it.
Yeah, because they have certain rules they have to follow. That's one of them. But if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you don't follow those rules because you don't have any ethics or standards of ethics. Something like that.
Lauren would, yeah, exactly, Ninny. I would hate to see that happen. I mean, look what happened with the whole. I mean, they have the Idaho 4, and the person that's responsible for everything that happened is locked up right now. And he's still going out there protesting and doing stupid things.
Well, you got the idiot harsh reality thinking like, could there be accomplices?
How? Yeah, I mean,
he's an idiot. I mean, unfortunately, he can't do tragedy pimping in his own country because it's illegal. So he just does it here.
Okay.
So yeah, in Britain, if you actually film like a dead body, they will arrest you.
Really?
Yeah, that happened to a guy. Certain things they do not allow that shit and go. The shit that happens here, they don't allow a lot of the shit that happens in that would happen here would not happen in Britain basically because they have like rules about that shit.
I remember when Laura was like questioning something about Idaho 4, like maybe saying that someone else could possibly be involved and it might not be him. And I'm like, his DNA was found on a leather sheath in the room where the crimes happened. He was there. He was once there. Once your DNA's there, and it was on a sheet at that. He did it.
I mean, you kind of answered your own question earlier because there's people that think there's more to this case that you're discussing with this girl than, and they literally have ring.com footage of the lady pulling a barrel with the girl's body in it to the scene where they dumped it. I mean, and people are like wondering if there's more to it.
So. Oh, everybody's wondering, like, how did it happen? Where in the house did it happen at? how can she do that and then no one else, not even the older sister, know about it? Where was the older sister at? You know, I know that he had custody of her.
Why? I mean, I guess this is a good question, but why would people want to know that?
I think that's our minds. That's where we go. We are crime enthusiasts. We want to know. We want to prick and prod. That's what a lot of us do. That's what we were wondering with the Wells, and that's what we were running with the Watts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Your first question is why? What was going through Chris Watts' mind when he did what he did? Where was he at when he thought of these things?
I think a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I think he had just, you know what I'm saying, was feeling himself in that with Nicole or whatever, and he knew Shanann was going to be, and I hate to say this because I don't want to speak ill of the dead, and I don't mean any disrespect when I do say this, but I'm going to keep it 100.
Yeah.
He knew she was going to be a fucking force to be reckoned with when it came to divorce with them kids and them financials, and they were already in a financial fucking rut anyways. I don't care what nobody says. She was not making money like that with that MLM bullshit.
Right.
You put more money into that of your own than you get out of 9 times out of 10, you know?
It's a pyramid scheme.
And I feel like it was gonna be hell. He knew it was gonna be hell. There's no way he would ever be able to be with somebody else and live a happy life. You know what I'm saying? There was no way. Not that killing her would ever be justifiable at all. That's fucking wrong, period. You know what I mean? He had to figure it the fuck out. But I mean, that's, you know, he was cheating and had a one-way track mind is how I feel anyways. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like I said, fuck, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, that's, you know.
I'm with you on that theory.
I feel like once he started, you know, because listen, him and Shanann were together for a long time. He has, you know, they had, 2 kids going on 3. Kids fucking bring do you have kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Kids you know that they bring a lot of stress to a relationship.
Yes,
Love them to death. Love them dearly. Don't get me fucking wrong. Love them to death. But they do put a lot of pressure on relationships. And sometimes you and your partner may not agree on disciplining the right way, or you know what I'm saying? Like, one might spank, one might say timeouts. Don't spank. I don't spank. You know, one might spank, the other one may not. One might yell, the other one may not. You know, like, I mean, different. And sometimes kids play parents against each other.
Yep. They come with look, there's people that have kids. Sometimes it's like baggage in a relationship, you know, and it does add a lot of stress, big time, especially if they have issues with like the spouse, the ex, you know, and then they have to go into a new relationship with the toxic ex.
You know, I seen something on Instagram the other day that I was watching it, and this lady, you know, she was talking to this guy, and she's like, "What, you know, what would you want to be with somebody with kids?" You know, and he said, "No, I wouldn't. That would be a deal breaker for me." And she was like, "Why? You know, why would that be an automatic deal breaker?" And listen, at first I was salty as fuck because I'm like, "Oh hell no, like he's rude as fuck." You know what I'm saying? Like, that was foul. The more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Shit, I guess if you're looking at it from his point of view, it would be, I can understand where he's coming from. He said, no, it's a deal breaker because listen, here I am, I get attached to a child that's not mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm with this girl. I put in my time, my energy. You know what I mean? We get a house together. We start flowing together. We're working, whatever. We split up. Say you want to split up with me. I lose you. I lose my kids. I lose my family. I lose kids that ain't even mine that I can't even ever see again. If I split up, I have no rights to them. I lose my financials. I lose everything, every fucking thing. Why would I want to put myself in that position to turn around and lose it all if you feel like walking away?
Right.
And I'm like, damn.
Yep.
Burden
And
said,
I won't date a man unless he has adult grown children.
Yeah, same. I don't really want small kids because then I'm gonna have to deal with, you know, the ex or.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing. How much baggage are you willing to deal with? Like, how much bullshit are you willing to deal with? What is the cost of love? What are you willing to put up with?
Right.
Are you willing to deal with kids that don't like you, but a stepmom, you know, but a baby mama does? Baby mama don't like you, but the kids love you.
Right.
I'm saying, fuck, what are you willing to put up? Right. Don't get me wrong, I see it all the fucking time. My friend, man, I see the shit all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Different situations, different scenarios. You know, it's like, damn, man.
Not to bring negativity to your panel, because I mean, a lot of moms are in this chat. So, but I mean, that we all kind of flock.
Girl, we got a lot of moms, like badass moms in this chat. I don't care, single or not, married or not. I don't give a fuck. We got some good ass moms, some beautiful ass people in this chat. Shit.
Right.
They can call us haters all they want, roaches all they want, bitch. We are fucking in there like swimwear. We're good people. Fuck them.
I mean, most people, I'm sure, in the chat found their way to this community by following a case, by being a crime enthusiast. I'm sure they didn't find their way to this channel because they hate somebody. You know, they found it because they wanted to. All right, y'all. I'm jumping down, but I'll send you those court documents if you want to review anything on this case.
Yeah,
I got some.
Yeah, send them over, would you?
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too. Burden said this woman took herself to the police station following this. They called an ambulance to transport her to the hospital for a mental health evaluation. And then she said, all prior to a missing person. So all of that was done before a missing person report being filed by the father. So why was there a report? I don't understand. Why would the father do a missing person report if she had already been?
Well, because he had just gotten off of work and got home, noticed that she, you know, him and her daughter wasn't there, you know what I mean? And then noticed something was wrong, looked for him for a second, and then went to the police station or called the police. One of the police come out, take a report. Of course, they're not going to know that the two of them, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, I don't know. Could be as easy as that, you know, like they just took the report and was like, okay, she's, you know, we'll look into it and get back with you, and then bang, that happened. So I don't know, that is really super sketch that he made the report after she went to the hospital and all that shit happened. You would think somebody would have notified him.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, why wasn't he notified? Burden said it was done overnight. What was done overnight? The missing person report? If so, that's even more sketchy. You got to remember, we always get semi-accurate info right off the bat. The first stories are always kind of off, and things will get cleared up over the next week as facts come out. You're right, Sticky. Damn, I don't know. I'm confused. It's wild. Huh.
There's the article if you want to read it, Joneson.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the police conference is what Queen was just showing, wasn't it? Oh, police said the bio dad was beyond devastated, I'm sure. It's fucking crazy. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, burden of proof. It was probably just missed in the system that this report was taken and she was taken to the hospital. Things, lines get crossed all the time. And it's unfortunate. A lot of things fall through the cracks. Yeah, no, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
What's going on?
I don't think Biodad had anything to do with it at all. No. I'm saying, like, why wasn't he notified? Like, if she turned herself in and they immediately sent her to the hospital, and that was overnight, and then Dad gets off night shift, comes home, sees they're not there, and makes a missing persons report, then hello, why didn't they say, oh, well, this is why?
I'll read you. Louisiana woman is in custody after police accused her of murder of her 6-year-old girl, of a 6-year-old girl whose body was crammed into a plastic bucket and left in her biological mother's front lawn. According to authorities, the body of Bella, a kindergarten student at St. Matthew's the Apostle Catholic School in River Ridge, was discovered around 8:20 a.m. After the autopsy, I'm not going to read that part. Jefferson Parish Sheriff Joe said the girl's father reported his girlfriend and 43-year-old Hannah Landon and the youngest daughter missing around 7:30 a.m. after waking up to find them unexpectedly absent from their home. The sheriff said the investigators believe Landon killed the girl at that home late Tuesday night, placed the corpse inside a lidded 10-gallon chlorine bucket, and then pulled the bucket in a wagon to place it outside the home of the girl's biological mother just over a block away. A neighbor provided police and the news station with surveillance camera video. We've seen that already. Police say the discovery of the body triggered a frantic search for Landon, who was located around 2 p.m. Wednesday at a local hospital. Officials say Landon would be booked with first-degree murder and obstruction of justice after she is discharged. It is unclear at this time why Landon was at the hospital, and that's probably the scenario you're explaining. So maybe like that's miscommunication or something like that.
Yeah.
That
makes so much more sense now. Thank you. Because I can't click on it while I'm on StreamYard.
Yeah, so
on my phone.
So she,
she did it overnight, basically.
Yeah,
so
wheeled it over, turned herself in, and then basically he doesn't know. No one informs him the body's still there.
My God.
She's booked into the hospital for a psych evaluation. That's my understanding of the article. And then he wakes up, reports them both missing. Then they find the body like at 2 p.m. because they're two separate instances or something like that. Situation.
So fucked up.
Yeah.
She arrived at the police station asking for help. She seemed a little bit out of it. She was asking for a transport, so they called for an ambulance to come pick her up.
So they didn't know that so I think Burton said
I thought she admitted to it. My bad. That was my
she didn't turn herself in. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically that's probably what happened. She go in there, she didn't say murder so much. And then that's pretty much the situation. So
that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a confusing situation. You have to read the article and then actually look into it a little bit. But yeah, pretty much that's the situation. So to make it clear.
Finish playing it. Oh, damn. I didn't realize it was only Jones and a V10 up here. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get in the car for a minute. Had to do a cartel. All right, I'm back, baby. Let's play this.
In a bucket on her mother's front lawn.
When they opened up that bucket, they found the 60-year-old deceased inside that bucket. Turned into a homicide investigation. Obviously, at that point, homicide detectives from Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office were called out to the scene.
Investigators say the woman responsible for Fontanelle's death is her father's girlfriend, 43-year-old Hannah Landon, who also goes by the names Bunok Lim and Bunok Landon. Ring security video shows what appears to be the girlfriend transporting the 10-gallon bucket in a wagon.
We were able to find numerous video from different households in the neighboring area, which showed her pulling a wagon down late last night with the bucket inside the back of that wagon.
Yeah, see, several ring cameras. So this is just one of many, I'm sure, that they have.
Yeah, and that's what my understanding is, Becky. He basically wakes up, they're both missing. He, reports they're missing, and then
right. I bet you're probably right.
That's what the article basically says.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, she committed the crime at night. She goes to the police station. She says she doesn't feel well, whatever. They put her into the hospital for a psych evaluation. No one thinks the girl's missing until later that time when the father reports it. They do a search and they don't find it until like 2 o'clock.
That sneaky little bitch.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, that's the summary. That's my understanding. I could be a little bit wrong. I'm sure other people have covered it, would probably explain it better, but that's just my layman understanding of the situation.
And Remy said the older child was likely sleeping.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, and if you're sleeping and it's late at night, you're probably not going to get up. And, you know, this is a 6-year-old girl. She's not going to. You go.
Well, no, I was flipping pages and it started playing. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, and you also, people are like, well, why didn't no one hear her struggle? Well, this is a 6-year-old girl facing a full-grown woman, so, you know.
Yeah. And I think Burden said it was blunt force trauma and strangulation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she could have just hit her and then we don't know.
So, I mean, like, you know, people want to read too much into it and just something like, you know, that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's just sometimes as simple as the explanation is the explanation. She got easily overpowered, and then that was pretty much faster than anyone can hear anything, probably. That's just my guess. Maybe more facts. The cops will state more facts, but I'm not an investigator, nor am I, you know, a news reporter. I don't know. It's just like my layman understanding.
I've got a question then, B-Tim. Do you think that our brains immediately try dissecting situations because they can't understand how something like this could happen? So you start looking at every fucking outlet you can look at to understand it more?
I don't know. I think people are just naturally like to, you know, when something is just doesn't make sense, they try to make sense out of it, you know. It just doesn't make sense. A woman murders a child who's not even her own child and proceeds to, you know, basically ruin her entire life, murder a child, and basically destroy a family. Doesn't make sense. So people want to make, like, you know, conspiracy theories. Also, some people take advantage of it because it makes good views, and they look at people's lives like a docudrama, and they like to, you know, make money from it.
Yeah.
If you want to continue playing, Queen, I'll keep quiet.
Are you
wagon down the street with no attempt to hide the dead child, even as a vehicle drives past her? Investigators believe Landon killed the little girl at her father's home and moved her body about 1 block away to her mother's house.
I mean, both him and the mother are certainly extremely upset, which you would imagine any person that lost a 6-year-old.
Officials say they later found Landon at a local hospital, but did not explain why she was there. She was taken into custody and booked in the Jefferson Parish Jail. So far, investigators have not revealed a motive in this case, but believe that Fontanelle's biological parents were not involved in her death.
We ended up doing extensive interviews with both the mother and the father, the biological mother and the father. We do not believe that they were involved in any foul play involved with the death of Miss Belafonte, who was the 6-year-old.
Okay, so neither child then. Okay, so the mother and the father was not involved with hurting the child or at all. It was just her.
I mean, it seems like the woman did it at night and just overpowered the little girl, and, you know, basically disposed of the body. Went to the police station and said something was, you know, didn't admit to the crime, just said something. I'm not sure. I have to pull up because Burden actually explains it. And then basically is taken to the hospital evaluation. The father wakes up the next day. I think it's 7:30. Is it 7:30 or something like that? I gotta look it up.
I think it was either 7 or 7:30.
I'm just trying. I gotta pull up the article, but it basically reports the girl missing around. You know, trying to find that part.
I think they found her at 8:20 or something like that.
Yeah, 7:30. He wakes up 7:30 and you know, calls up for a search, basically.
Brain said, look at people already speaking conspiracies and throwing some shade at the victim's family, even the 7-year-old. Come on, guys.
Yeah, well, that's because it's very, like, I mean, like, all you need to do is just read the article and just assume to yourself, what you would be in that position. Like, if I'm dead sleeping at 12 o'clock at night and I have a large house, you're not going to hear every single rustle. You know what I mean? And probably that's the situation. She just overpowered this little girl and did that, and she's just fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Says a young girl that was killed and stuffed in a bucket, then left on her mother's lawn. Louisiana cops said Bella Fontanelle, 6, was reported missing by her father at 7:30 a.m. on April 26th after he woke up to find her gone from their house. So he probably went to bed with them. Everybody went to bed that night, and he woke up and they were gone.
Yeah, she did it while they were sleeping.
Wow.
So that's why you see her at night with the bucket, because it was at the night while they were sleeping, and that's pretty much the situation. But, people want to just make everything into a conspiracy theory instead of just saying themselves, just like a tragic situation of a woman who, was fucked in the head, decided to murder a kid.
Say it again. Fucked in the head.
Yeah. It's sad that it's also sad that people waste their times in these Facebook groups and try to look for it. It's like, there's so many other cases that you can actually point your attention to.
I agree.
Than this open and shut kind of like situation. I mean, unless cops come forward with more stuff, it's just pretty much, to me, it makes logical sense what's being put out there. Doesn't seem like a conspiracy to me, but people just want to make, conspiracies about everything.
Good morning.
Hey,
good morning.
Or good afternoon.
People
or
claim
afternoon,
to be sleuths, and we bitch about other people not researching things before they speak on it, and that's exactly what just happened here, and I'm pretty upset about it. I'm sorry. We don't throw shade at victims, especially when they're fucking 7.
What are you talking about, though? What happened, baby?
Wait, what do you mean?
Whoever knows these people that was up here speaking indirectly was semi-throwing, like, people are looking at, the dad, and they're throwing stuff this way, and where was the 7-year-old when this happened? By saying that, it's kind of like she should have known and been able to speak, and it just really hurts my heart. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't around most of the conversation. I was in the other room.
I wasn't either.
And also, I was basically researched. When I came back, I was actually trying to pull up the article because I don't like speaking because out of turn. That's why I pulled up the article.
Thank you for that. I'm so glad you did it after that.
That's why I was reading the article into it, and I was trying to explain the timeline of events. And I don't know. I think basically you're talking about In the Bloom. I mean, my understanding of the story is there are people looking.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna need to go back and tell me exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, who was up here saying that they indirectly know the family?
I think that was In the Bloom.
I think In Bloom. She said she knew the family. I thought she said she here she is. Here she goes right here. Here she is right here, baby, right here.
I never blamed anything on a 7-year-old, honey.
And I said, this is Alicia. This who was up here talking to us.
I would never do that. Never. But I said that there's a 7-year-old in the family. I never said anything about blaming a 7-year-old. So
not blaming, but saying, why didn't the 7-year-old know anything? Like, because of the time. No. Did I misunderstand you?
You sure did.
Okay, I'll go back and re-listen.
I would never say that. What my mind goes to is there's a bunch of people in the house. There's a father, a sister. I would think, how do you get away with something like that? Okay.
Well, I mean, 6-year-old kid could probably get overtaken by
your mom, because you're not an investigator. You're just questioning it, and I have a right to do that. So
you do, but it sounds
people that
like
are even friends with the family are like, "Wow, how does that happen in such a nice little quaint neighborhood?"
Well, a lot of
neighborhood,
Yeah, I mean, that's the mind trying to make sense about things.
Well, yeah, because I was gonna say when something like that happens, you're like, damn, how the hell did that happen over here? You know what I mean? But I don't think you were meaning anything bad by it, and I don't think you were saying like, where was the 7-year-old?
I want to know more.
Like blaming the 7-year-old. No, I'm just saying like normally like when they're that young. Usually they sleep together in the same rooms. Their rooms are close together. You know what I mean? Like, where was the other child? Was she around? Were they around? Were they in the room?
I think they had separate bedrooms, but no one can confirm that.
Yeah, I mean, but
I mean, I hope so. my thing is not to throw. I don't know. Maybe you didn't do that. Maybe I took it wrong because I'm sensitive
Absolutely
to the
not.
subject.
No,
I apologize.
Absolutely not. And I will continue to talk about it. It's happening in pretty much, not my whole hood, but where I'm from. And I have people that are like connected with that family that I know.
No,
So,
baby, she's not saying don't. No. She's not saying you can't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
She's saying when she came up, she was saying, I think she took it as when we were talking about the kids, like where was the 7-year-old? Like where was the kids?
Yeah.
As blaming the child. Where was the kids at? Like,
because there's some people that do that. Like they'll say, be like, why didn't the husband hear it? Why didn't the kid hear it? And then they use that as a conspiracy. So that's probably what Follow the Grain thought in her head.
And I was like, she's 7. She most likely or could have either slept through it all or did know. And these children are threatened not to say anything. These children's like, just leave the 7-year-old alone. That's all I was getting at.
Well, that's what we were wondering. Like, did the kid wake up? Did she sleep through it? Was she even there? Maybe she was at the mom's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just sounds like a misunderstanding to me. Like,
like what was the dad doing that he came home late?
No, they say he was asleep. That he
was
woke up.
asleep.
He was asleep. I mean,
he reported it late.
Yeah, he reported when he woke up.
Yeah, an hour
basically
later.
the next
That's
day.
not late.
Yeah, he woke up at literally woke up. I don't know.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Yes,
and he
it's
reported at 7:30. Yeah, he reported at 7:30.
Okay. Because there's a couple
so
media sources that say different things. That's why.
Well, the media, they're not always right sometimes.
One media source said 12-gallon bucket. The other one said 10-gallon bucket.
Yeah, you're gonna hear different. Yeah, there's gonna be different shit on different news. Yeah.
Here's an article in the back I was reading from. It's from Fox 5. It was
in Miami.
Well, it has.
Yeah, I'm only reading the local news.
Well, you can read that. I mean, that's where I read. I'm just showing you my sources where I read it from. So but articles are notorious for being having different things. Yeah, because you got to realize that everyone kind of gets new information, or sometimes old information is like deemed wrong or stuff like that. But yeah, he woke up 7:30, called up. I think even Burden of Proof was basically confirming the same thing, and she's pretty accurate with that stuff.
I got a 10-gallon chlorine bucket in my garage, and it's like you try to visualize, it's like, how do you even do that? And supposedly she was in a place in the fetal.
Best not to think about that, because you're going to get pretty dark thoughts.
Yeah.
What people do, people are gonna think about stuff like that because your mind goes there, like, what the fuck? How would somebody do this? Why? But then again, it's like very hurtful to think of things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you have littles, you don't want to think about stuff like that.
Yeah, certain things you don't want to think about.
It makes my tummy hurt. I'm not even gonna bullshit. It does. It makes my stomach hurt thinking about stuff like that.
Summer Wells thing. It's like, what do you think happened? Like, some people were talking about maybe wild animals dragging her off, or dad possibly doing something and stuffing her somewhere, or then they were talking about her being in the plumbing possibly. There were so many.
Yeah, there was all kinds of fucking conspiracies, and that's what pissed me off the most with that. It's like people just, like they'll take one of these stories and they'll conspiracy after conspiracy after conspiracy. Like, you got to have facts to back your shit up. You can't just say.
Yeah.
They were swearing.
Like the dad for example, like the dad did something to her, and then whatever. He was at work. There's confirmation. There's proof. He was at work. He was not there. You know what I mean? So you got to take into consideration what, you know what I'm saying? It's like the 911 call still is not released to us. Why? Because it's still, an open investigation.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they're keeping that, which there's certain things like, how people would pick that apart.
Yeah, but don't worry, Queen. Dolly has a $5,000 award for that summer case, so everything will be solved.
It'll never happen. And the guy that they interviewed actually,
his subs do.
Yeah, I was gonna say his. Okay.
Yeah, the guy that they interviewed actually, we have a mutual friend, and they said that he had a serious drug problem, and he was always.
That Dudley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching. I'm only halfway through. I was watching a little bit from Tragedy Pimp Exposed, and he was talking about, in his membership, he was talking about talk with Prayer Garden's discussion,
Oh my God. Prayer Garden pisses me off. I'm not even gonna lie right now. She fucking pisses me off. She's like, this is Summer's channel, son. And she talks like that to Dawn. Bitch, this is not Summer's channel. This is your channel that you make money off of Summer's name on. Let's get it right.
And Summer's channel is the website, so she just needs to shut up. Her family made that, and people do it for her. No one else on this platform can have a Summer channel.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
no,
their
you
child,
can't talk
not
about
anyone
Summer.
else.
People own Summer now on YouTube.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah. I just don't
Leave
understand.
Summer alone.
Yeah, I don't understand why people even put up with these people and watch them, because they don't offer new information. They just basically just say the same shit over and over again. And then they get into fights with other people, and they get in fights with the parents, and they get in fights with YouTubers that are friends with the parents because there's some sort of territory, like I own Dawn, I own the wife, and they use them as like just invite them on the panel because they know they can get a few hundred people to listen. And it's like, and they have these pretend investigations. Like the most laughable thing was watching fucking Know Things with his notepad, writing down the timeline of events. And it's like, bro, really?
Come on, man.
Like, really, bro? Like,
here's something here. We're gonna share the screen real quick. Prayer Garden of America. Look at this. Okay, so now Cow Lady thinks she knows everything about Tennessee. That was 2 days ago, 4 days ago. Dawn and Candace love to play the blame game. Summer Wells case. Daisy and Jinkies, I got news for you.
Whoa, she was just live last night, so she's been deleting lives.
Yeah, oh, fuck right. She'll delete a live quicker than shit, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking right she will. Half her lives are deleted, or privated, I'm sorry. Why is Candace and Grandis treating Donald like an outsider? That was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago to 6 days ago. Bitch, where did your whole 2 weeks of streams go? I'd like to know.
She goes live almost every single night, so I don't want to hear it. She's been deleting.
Yeah, I think Tragic Hemp's got like a little bit, but he's got, it's in membership, so I think it probably comes out eventually.
Tragic Hemp's Exposed got memberships on it.
But usually, like, what he does is he puts it behind memberships and then releases it to the public a little bit, like early.
Oh, does she? Okay.
Yeah. Usually,
here's this one. I have to go watch. I didn't get a chance to watch hers. I'll go check it out. She does such a good job. Here's another one. 3 weeks ago, late night. Donald didn't want to talk about the angel, Summer Wells. Donald says maybe a UFO got Summer. Really, Summer Wells. Game on. Blame everyone but Wells. Summer Wells.
Sorry.
I would think the UFO one would be deleted, to be honest with you, because that's pretty embarrassing, to be honest with you.
Right? Yeah. This.
Like,
I just played it by accident. Shit.
Oh, fuck! You gave her a view, son of a.
Why did Candace say Jody Sue was at the bottom of the driveway? Like, just dumbest shit ever. Like, what?
It's horrible.
And no money.
Candace was a suspect in Priceless and cleared him. What?
She's a fucking loon bat.
I would love to talk to Candace Wells again.
Girl.
I wouldn't want to talk to them because I think they should.
Have you talked to her recently? Like, have you talked to her recently, or just?
Her. I don't know where she's at.
Well, maybe she left the internet. Be smart.
Like, but I'd like to know like what's going on with them. Just something. Just a conversation with her about what's happening with them.
Right. Yeah, see, I don't talk to her, so I don't know.
I mean, I was calm with her. I didn't really question her about anything except for Summer's dog. I tried to be very calm with her. Like, I didn't want to press her for anything. So. Goes up on Cow Lady all the time. Okay, so she's still around.
Yeah, she goes on Daisy's every now and then.
Who?
She goes up on Daisy's, and she goes to Daisy's house. Daisy lives in Tennessee. That's the one who was trying to. She was basically she was getting donations for food and stuff like that, but Candace wasn't even in town. She wasn't even on the hill. That's when like she hated Candace. She hated Donnie and Candace, blamed them for Summer Wells and everything. Like, I mean, nonstop. And now she's like best friends with them. It's actually kind of weird.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is clickbait.
They just need to stop talking to folks on YouTube, period. They just need to.
I mean, I treated her with respect, and I didn't ask her any personal questions.
Deanna, we're not going to talk like that in here. So you got blocked.
Uh-oh.
Just, you know.
I think she was talking about Bullhorn, huh?
I don't think so. She was just saying.
Well, now I'm nosy as fuck.
She is talking about the parents put Summer in, you know, PEDO and that kind of dumb shit. So I wasn't having it.
Can you prove it?
Right.
Prove it didn't happen.
Shit like that, right? It's not, you know.
Well, guess I'll get my paint gun ready for when Bullhorn comes here. It's harmless. Don't worry. I've been shot with one before. A paint gun.
I really hope she don't. I really, really hope she don't.
There's no reason for her to.
I would hit her with some hot pink paint.
Well, she'd cry and say you assaulted her, and then she would want you to have a death sentence.
By firing squad.
I was like, man, don't ever come to Mississippi or Louisiana. Just avoid those two states, please. Don't come around.
Yeah. Well, you know, she'll see. I mean, like probably she'll need some money. She needs money for that credit card lawsuit.
Oh shit, she needs money anyways. Love Shack, Sarah, you're up here.
Love Shack.
Hey, hold on, let me turn this off, okay? Hold on, just 1 second.
All right. Okay.
Give me a minute. Happens every time. Hold on 1 minute.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me turn it off.
Chasen said
There
they
we go.
told them to stop getting on YouTube.
What, baby? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you. No, you.
Who?
You, Jonesy.
My
What'd you say?
My mouth is full now, Queen.
Oh, bitch, I'm sorry. I didn't even. You said something about chasing, and I was like, wait a minute. What? What'd you say about chasing?
I'm eating granola. I'm sorry.
Yeah, granola.
I just know last night that there was something that was said last night that needs to be cleared up. And Avery, we need Avery over here to clear this up, because if there's no screenshots, then it didn't happen. I don't appreciate her coming up here and saying it on my panel like that if there's not screenshots to prove that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I questioned her in my chat, and she said that she doesn't have proof of it.
Yeah, for her to come up here and say that, you know what I mean? I would like to make, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to at least see proof of it or find out what, you know, I don't appreciate that at all. So
She doesn't have it on her phone, she said, but she said Amanda Lynn might have it. And if it's coming from the same person that was emailing me messages from Laura's Discord, then I can easily contact that person to find out. But I'm going to say this. Me and Laura have been to war and back a million times on here. I can't see Laura saying the whole word or saying that in Discord, because some of Laura's loyal following, a couple of them are African American. So I can't see that happening. As much as me and Laura dislike each other,
I mean,
one way or another.
Sorry, it's dark in Atlanta.
Well,
she said it. She said it.
She said that. She said
and
that.
that was gross. That was gross. It was gross. We all know what it meant, because Marissa and Tiffany were like, blah, 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 blah. They were trying to like deflect.
Well, yeah, I'm not
from
really
that
so much
comment.
worried about like all that stuff. She said some shit on my
It was
panel last night.
gross. It was gross.
She said
I know it was gross, but I'm just saying it was. She was talking last night, made a comment about chasing and her husband, and I want to know what she needs to come with proof before she says some shit like that up here. So
Yeah,
just
that could end
Whoa,
Laura's
whoa,
career
whoa,
on
whoa. What do you
YouTube.
mean about chasing and her husband? What? Say that again. Chasing and her husband, what?
Avery said something
There's no
in
reason
regards
for
to
Laura
chasing
to say
and her husband.
anything about chasing and her husband unless she has a problem with their racial difference.
What?
Can you not hear me or what?
No, I could not hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you. I can hear you, Queen.
Avery came up here last night on my
Uh-huh.
panel and made a comment that Laura said something about Tracy, aka chasing, being a
I get you saying.
and lover, and she said supposedly she had said the word, and I want to know. Chasing came in here yesterday asking for proof, which
Yeah.
I asked as well, and I still have not gotten it. So I would like to know when and where this was said.
Yeah, that's a pretty big accusation. You better have.
it's huge. So that's why I was like, huh?
I would like to know when
Did she really say that?
where Avery said this or seen this, because I want to see proof of it.
That could end somebody's career.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty damn
So
serious.
you were told that's what she said.
Avery
but you
came
have
up
no
on my
proof
panel last
that's what she
night.
said.
Avery
Okay.
came up on my panel last night and said that Laura said these things about chasing.
Wow. God, I hope that's not true.
And we would, yes, I would like to see proof of that. Where she got that from?
Yeah.
Where was that said? When was this said?
Yeah. If it was said, please show proof.
Right.
Because we don't want to go at Laura. Okay, there's plenty of reasons to go at Laura.
Yeah.
Plenty of reasons.
Absolutely.
Unless Laura really said that,
heels.
you need to back that up.
Yeah.
You need to back that up.
That's a
Because
pretty big
look,
accusation,
the whole
so-
Dark in Atlanta thing was bad enough. That was awful.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you did not just say that. You know.
Chasing said my only statement to Avery was show proof or don't mention me in the bullshit. Period.
Yeah. She said it was on her phone and that she no longer has the
Okay.
phone. That's what she said in my
No,
chat.
now
And so-
she's saying something different.
Okay.
Let me get it because I don't know what.
Okay.
It's so when I move to my email, you can't hear me. I don't think.
I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
I
me
can
take.
hear you okay. You still there?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you. I'm just muting my mic.
No, you can mute. I'm asking Heels if she can hear us, because we can't hear her. So I didn't know if she was starting to read her email. And
Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat, and then I'm going to read it. Okay, so what she said was, chasing probably has it. I don't know if Laura said it on a video about her or a message. I just remember the videos about it. She didn't call chasing an lover. She called me that. She said bad things about chasing being married to a black man.
Yeah, it was clear to me that she said the N-word lover comment to Avery, but whatever she said about chasing was unclear because people started talking over her a little bit. So that was the unclear part.
So she didn't call chasing that, is what she's saying.
Right. I don't think she included. I don't think she included chasing in that, but she did mention chasing's name. I'm just not sure how because it kind of got overlapped.
She called chasing.
So if there's any proof of Laura calling anybody an N lover, we need to see that.
That's bad.
And at this point, I would prefer a screen record, not a screenshot. For real. Okay. Because
I'm going to go ahead and message the woman that sent me all of Laura's Discord screenshots about 6 months ago. Okay. And let me just see what kind of response I get.
Why does she think chasing would have it?
Why would she think chasing would have it? I guess I'm not really even sure as why it even got brought up without proof. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, because I heard it was said about chasing, and then she says Chasing probably has it. And then I don't know if Laura said it on video. This morning she said it was on video.
Yeah.
I just remember the videos. I don't know if it was on video, but I remember it was on videos.
Okay. Chasing said, thank you, Alicia.
Oh, no problem. I love Chasing.
No, I love
She's got a beautiful family.
We don't, right. She's beautiful and got a beautiful family. And you know what I mean? Don't need to be spoke on like that. And if it wasn't said, Laura, like I said, Laura's got enough. She gets enough shit.
Right.
So, you know, she does bad enough on her own. She doesn't need
we don't need to lie.
Right. So I want to make
so
sure that if this was said, where it was said, when it was said, and I want proof of it. I want to see it.
Okay. Well, I guess
Sarah, you're back here.
I'm messaging.
Because, and at this point, like, I'd almost want to see a screen record of it, because this, with all the time that's passed, I just kind of feel like something could be created. Because, listen, when she was talking about this queen, she was like kind of just saying stuff like saying that last time she came up here, she was called a liar and all this stuff and da 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 da. And then she called me an N-word lover, a blah 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 blah, and just kind of mumbled over it. And I unmuted and I was like, wait, back up. What did you just say?
Well, how did
what did she call you?
Involved?
I'm not positive, because I feel like as soon as she said Chasing's name, I'm not positive, because there's a bunch of people talking over her.
Oh, well, we could go back.
Okay, Allie said, hold on, let's see here. Somebody did say something about Scott Chasing being married to a black man, but I honestly don't remember when or who. Okay.
Yeah, because it got turned into that.
Okay.
Because she did say Chasing's name, but I'm not sure what context.
Yeah, we can just listen to it.
Yep. Let's go right back right now. And we'll go listen to it. Hold on.
Good idea, ladies.
They don't call her the queen for nothing.
I missed all of that yesterday, and now I'm just stuffing my face, so I'm going to sit here quiet.
Maybe Tim. Hey, Kepi.
Hey, what's up, Heels?
B10's stuffing his face, too.
No, I'm just basically
he's probably
listening.
eating carrots.
No, I'm not. I'm just listening. I usually, like, if I have no clue about a subject, I usually keep quiet, because when you say shit, that's why I'm just waiting for.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why I'm quiet. I have no idea about this conversation. I haven't heard anything about this the first time I've heard it. So, you know.
Well, when I came in yesterday, Chasing was in chat saying she wanted proof, and I could just see her just coming in, slamming the doors open. And I went, oh shit, what's happening? And it got said that Laura said that about Chasing, that she was a blank lover. So that's what I've been going with for since yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I emailed Avery, and she's saying it's on video. It's not.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say we need to find that video that it's set on. Then, here's where she comes into
with Mandolin, and that's why.
Yeah.
Better on
Okay, so we're talking to Willow. This is where I put the screen up, and I think she comes into play here.
content is diving into the dumpster fires and fighting with the BHPs and shit.
I think she comes right here. Yeah.
But
I'm right here.
but I have talked to Mandolin. Like, we talked on the phone. We have each other's phone numbers. I mean, I have spoke to her extensively, simply because when Laura put this whenever Laura was on your panel and told everybody
real quick, I have to just interrupt real quick. So with this Laura that started this is a Laura deal here?
Yeah,
baby.
They didn't call you
okay,
a liar.
see that. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so whenever Laura was when me and Laura had the argument on Queen's panel, and Laura had my address, she had my mother's address, and she told everybody I live in a shack and blah blah blah. Well, see, I didn't know until Alicia Clare told me that when Alicia somebody started sending Alicia screenshots from, I think it was Laura's Discord or something. Hold on a minute. Sorry, dog barking.
So wait a minute ago.
And she, because she had because remember, she was so insistent about seeing my proof on my stuff against Dolly. Well, when I finally got tired of it, and I texted to her. When I did, I forgot to cover my mother's address, so she got the address. And then when Alicia Clare told me that she had like maps and stuff, and then Tragedy Pins Exposed had seen the maps too. Well, Alicia told me that because Alicia was posting, all the screenshots from Laura's Discord, and she.
Is it before this or after, Cap?
I don't know. Let it play a little bit more. We might need to rewind. I don't know.
Okay.
She said, Avery, I'm not going to post, the ones with your information. And I thanked her for it. But I thought about that whole situation with Mandolin, and that's why I had mentioned it on your panel, because I know that she will go as far as to plan out to try to have somebody SA'd. I mean, I seen that all with my own eyes. Mandolin showed all of it to me. Like, I know 100% that it happened. I've heard voice clips on another channel of Laura saying that she was going to get her ARD up the ASS. I mean, Laura's voice saying it. So I was like, that's why I said it gets really dangerous with Laura. There's only 2 people on YouTube I don't like, and that's Dolly and Laura. And if you guys notice, when you guys start talking about Laura, I will hop on, because I hate the hatred I have towards her. And it's just so deep, because I know how such bad things that she has done, horrible things that she should be in jail for, to be honest. Anyhow, that's all I have to say.
And that's what I was saying a minute ago. Like, that's one of those things I was talking about a minute ago when I said that, some shit can just be unforgivable. Like, I don't need to know that it was 4 months.
Let it keep playing, because let it keep playing a little bit more.
Months ago, or that was 4 years ago, or that she clipped it from Queen's channel when Queen wasn't here, from her words, and how'd you 17 years? Yeah, I don't give a shit. Sometimes something you do can just be so fucking foul that there's really no redemption or coming back from that. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I see this shit, if it really looks that bad, like they are literally going to the point of plotting some shit out, and she is kind of quarterbacking this. That's so fucking unforgivable, dude. I mean, even if there's some, God, this is gonna sound bad even saying this, even if there's some satirical value to it. I know somebody's gonna say, how the hell is that a joke? I get it. I get it. Different strokes for different folks. I got it. But even kind of a joking context to this, you can't put that shit in a fucking Discord. We all know the rules of YouTube. There's a whole bunch of YouTubers that you all like that I promise you tell you they don't dox, tell you they don't strike, tell you they don't, and then they go right to that Discord, go, sure would be ashamed if something happened to their channel, wink, 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 and your little minion just go and do it for you. You think that ain't a YouTube tactic? That shit's been going on since the dawn of this platform.
Well, it's my understanding, like for the sake of argument, it wasn't in the form of a joke. Like, it wasn't like making some weird out of pocket joke about SA. It was like, okay, now we have our address, now we have our,
that sounds a little bit more than that, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah, they were legitimately planning to have her assaulted. They were going to find somebody from Backpage. They were even working out how it was going to be paid for. I mean, everything, like the details of having this woman assaulted.
Hey guys,
I still need to see like receipts on all of it though, but I haven't.
Mandolin had
you weren't called a liar about Laura, Avery. I think it was about Dolly.
No, it was Laura, because Queen Bee.
That girl said it.
Yeah, both of you. It was because Queen Bee said, Avery, you want to tell everybody about your story? She said, you want to tell everybody about your story with Laura? And I was like, yeah. And then I started to say that she doxed me, but I had dox on my mind because I was thinking that about her making the map, to my house.
Oh, okay.
That's what I had on my mind. But what I was trying to say is that how she told everybody on Queen Bee's panel that she had my address. She had,
because you had said that she doxed you over here, and I was like, no, she didn't dox you over here. We wouldn't have allowed that. She said you lived in a shack.
Yeah,
she didn't give out your address or anything like that. I remember that now.
Yeah, I had dox in my mind because that was the next thing I was going to say is that that I knew she had put out this map to my house with my address because Alicia Clare had a copy of it, and Tragedy Pins Exposed had. I mean, there was quite a few people who had a copy of it, and so I had that in my mind as like that's the next thing I'm getting ready to say, and I just mixed up my words, but. I mean, obviously, it was on Queen's panel. Queen knows, what was said. But I mean, she didn't give out my address on Queen's panel, but she just, let everybody know that she had been looking at my mother's house on MapQuest. And I mean, she even knew about the cows next door. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
like,
that bothered me.
I remember that actually.
That's a little weird, man. That's a little obsessive.
I remember she called my mom's house a shack. She's like, you live in a shack, Avery. And this is all because I called her out on, reaching out to Jason behind my back.
Right. That's what.
Is that when you showed up at the farm?
That's what bothered me. This was all based upon.
I believe it's coming.
I was gonna say I think it's coming up. I think
it's coming.
Okay. Make sure you tell me because I'm rolling a blunt. Okay, make sure you tell me when it's coming here.
Okay, baby.
Jason.
Yeah, it was all
because she didn't believe what you had told her.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Because she had Avery was kind enough to connect Laura and Jason Jensen so that Laura could have him on her show.
Yeah.
And
see,
then
we
So
were.
she could finally actually have a source.
I mean, that doesn't make her a doctor. That just makes her.
And you know what's even funnier about that is we had talked about doing John Benet Ramsey, and if anybody knows, they know that I'm like obsessed with that case. I've been.
But it's just so weird. The whole thing is just weird. It's just something not. And then there's other things I know too. I was actually on her live when she was telling everybody about putting the chain and bolts around her refrigerator with the padlock so that her kids
Yeah, I remember that too.
couldn't eat.
Yeah.
I was on that live and I'm like thinking to myself, you do what now? And then
I remember just being in the chat going, "Oh, that's so getting clipped. That's so." She said, "That's how you fucked up. You should not have said that." Because I can tell you that's gonna get spun. I even get kind of. I mean, I get what she's
And it
saying,
got fun.
but
It got fun. Let's be honest. It got fun.
absolutely it got. And don't get me wrong, it's probably not something you should have said.
No, I think it's because her kid was overweight and he was getting up like when she was asleep and getting in.
Yeah, I get it. I do. I get it. Just not what you want to say.
In the rooms.
Yeah, but my point is that Laura, it's like she talks so much that she gives people stuff.
Oh yeah, she won't get out of her own fucking way ever.
It's autopilot. It's autopilot. I'm telling you, all streamers do it to a degree. After you've been on a panel for 3 or 4 hours, sometimes if it's all of you, most of the time people never take links to her shit. She doesn't understand why nobody will come up on her panel. But there's part of it. But when you are by yourself on a panel and you just ramble for 3 or 4 hours, you will autopilot some shit. So therefore, you're going to forget things that you said, and you're going to get caught up one day, or you'll say something that was true, but it was kind of out of context, and now you really can't reel it back in because the internet's ran with it. You got to be mindful of that shit, man. She's really, really bad about it.
Willow, she won't even
really
be
bad
on there
about
for hours. She'll be on there for 45 minutes.
No, you about 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes.
For
She's
real
probably
though,
done
like,
it.
listen, I asked her in private, right, about the whole situation with I said, people are. This was fucking like 6 months ago. I've heard this thing about you using your daughter for bait, and then she told me a story, and I'm like, okay, I get it. You didn't use her for bait. It was an afterthought. But why the fuck did you say that? Like, why did you explain any of that? And I said that
again. It's one of those things you could have said to private. Y'all could have had that conversation privately. Would have been fine. But to have said that on the internet, bro, come on.
Right.
You know how
That's
it's gonna
what I
look. You
told
know
her.
how it looks.
Like one night we were up, listen. One night we were up here. It was real late. It was just me, her, and Queen. A whole bunch of people had been on panel for hours, and we were closing up shop. And Queen is freaking smoking blunts and eating snacks and just chilling, quiet. Me and Laura talking. And,
Queen, check back
I was looking
chat.
into the Wonderland murders, and I couldn't believe the footage of the crime scene was on YouTube. I couldn't believe it. And we were talking about that, and then she's like, "Speaking of that, there's this other crime scene, and it's too gory. I wouldn't ever share it on Queen's panel. I'll link it to my community tab." And then she told me what it was. It was some gory ass horrible shit. And I'm like, Laura, this is an example right here of you shouldn't share this on your community tab because a whole bunch of people are going to be super offended by this. And she's like, all right, I won't share it. Cappy says it's a bad idea. Okay. And I'm like, yeah, you should probably just listen to me from here on out. Like, literally, like, this is you not getting out of your own fucking way.
Well, let's be honest. I said this yesterday. I said, you can't link certain things together. If you knew that the president of Yankee Candle was in a Discord right now, setting up a premeditated mandolin situation, would you rush out and start buying Yankee Candle? Probably not. And I mean, this is the kind of
exposed and Twitter, and the next thing you know, there's going to be a Yankee Candle Me Too movement.
Absolutely. Woodwick for the win. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Laura doesn't know how to think things inside of her head without verbally putting them out, whether it's in a message or on her stream. It's like she hasn't learned the difference between the things that we think in our head don't always need to, other people don't always need to know. So like I started making candles, and I had told Laura back when I was in her chat that my sister's been making candles for years, and I've been wanting to learn how to make candles. And since my car accident, I've had nothing better to do. So I've been sitting here making candles, learning how to do it. Well, she has just had a freaking fit over it. And now I knew that I had heard already that she had a problem with people having Black children over the whole chasing situation. But so apparently, apparently that was one of the things that she was on a rant in one of her messages or discords, and then again, my son was brought up. Of course, I haven't said anything about it because I just try to keep my son quiet nowadays. I just don't even really mention him anymore. But what little does she know, calling me an N lover and things like that. He's my son.
Wait, back up. Who called you an N-word lover?
Laura. She said
whoa.
that he belonged in
you got receipts of that?
I'll have to go find it.
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody can whip out.
Queen, check back chat.
I just did.
Okay.
So there it is, and
I think she did carry on a little bit, but I hopped up here in hopes you'd let me tell this real quick because I'm at my son's track meet. But
I'm sorry.
I think what Avery was talking about pertaining to chasing was a year ago, because it was right when I started my channel, and I looked for this late last night and found it. Is Laura had this conversation about Black people in relation to using the N-word with the hard R and without it. And Chasing had went on John Crimes's panel, and she'd never heard this story. And in the story, Laura says that black men prefer weak white women. So John shares this with Chasing, and I don't remember Chasing's reaction, but she had a reaction to it or something. But it wasn't about Laura. It was, her reaction was kind of about black men and white women, not about, Laura or whatnot. And so that became a back and forth between Laura and the community. But there was no N-words. There was no like Chasing's husband is the N-word or anything at all like that from Laura.
Oh.
Well, one of the things I heard was she can't be racist because she's married to a black man. That's one of the things that
I haven't heard that, but I can grab the link to. It's a long clip, and I didn't watch through all of it, but I can grab the link for that and put it in the chat. But
yeah, I remember that.
I think that's what Avery was referring to.
You can send it to me on Discord, baby.
Yeah, I'll do that. I think that's what Avery was referring to when it came to Chasing, because I've never heard Laura say that Scott was the N-word or anything like that, or that Chasing was a in-lover.
Right.
I've never heard a clip of that, seen a clip of that. So that's why I think it's probably the story about black men liking or being attracted to weak women. Now, I'm paraphrasing that because I don't want someone to say, oh, that's not exactly what she said, but that was
Avery
the
just
gist of
said
it.
she said it to her, not.
It was the John Crumb fight.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
That whole thing, I think that was the reference, like
right.
the John Crimes thing and all that. But I asked Avery a couple minutes after this, like because I kept kind of drawing back to it on purpose, because no, we're gonna see screenshots. We're gonna see some receipts of this
That
before,
would be everywhere.
right? So anyway, I said, were the receipts in the form of a screenshot or a screen recording? And she was like, she said it in Discord. So I'm like, okay, so it's a screenshot. Like she typed it, right? And I don't remember like exactly what her answer was to me though.
And I'm not sticking up for her or anything. I'm just saying like maybe she's mixing, and I know she called it the Chasing situation, but I think it's because of it then became a situation,
Deets. She straight up said that Laura called her an N-word lover.
No, I know she said that. I'm talking about the Chasing portion. Yeah, no, I know she said that. Yeah, I'm not. Ooh, I ain't touching that one with the 10-foot pole.
All
So
right.
what are you asking Avery for? The recording of her saying that Avery was, or the part where Chasing and John? Like I didn't hear that part. It must be later.
No, I asked specifically about the N-word lover part from Laura to Avery.
Either or.
That's what I'm asking about.
Yeah.
Well, the John thing is out there. I mean, I remember like it was yesterday watching that.
What I'm
but
saying
that didn't have anything to do with that.
It doesn't. What I'm saying is I think Avery is mixing up that situation in with whatever other situation she's talking about that happened directly to her, whether it did or not. That's kind of how I'm taking it, is she's intermingling the two into one, and they shouldn't be. Unless she has receipts for something else. I don't know.
And if she does, that's what Cappy and Queen, they want to see the receipts of the in-lover statement coming out of Laura's mouth.
Exactly.
Did she mention Chasing during that, what we just heard? Anywhere later or whatever?
I don't know. They go back 20 seconds.
If you rewind it back a tiny bit, she says something like about the Chasing incident and then goes into the N-word lover thing.
Yeah.
So she doesn't really put Chasing in that, but it was hard because it was all at once. You know what I mean? Like,
she said she sent everything to Mandolin.
Yeah, that thing about Mandolin was crazy.
So she just slightly slips in Chasing into the conversation there. And that's why I think when she mixes in the Chasing situation, that she's possibly talking about that situation that happened a year ago.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But
yeah, I was just wondering about
I don't know about the rest of it.
Yeah, that's what got me.
Wait, you saw the N-word, Autumn? Somebody's saying they saw the N-word.
I just find it really hard to believe. I feel like everybody would have saw it.
You know how many times Laura and I fought? I would have blasted that alone.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that Laura says the N-word, but not, she wouldn't be dumb enough to say it.
No,
Right.
but
She's
said
said
other
some
someone.
very like racially offensive things, but saying someone's an N-word lover, I feel like is a whole nother
Yeah,
level.
the lever part too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chasing,
Especially
you're up here, baby.
chasing.
Hey, can y'all
What's
just
up?
rewind it about, I don't know, 15 seconds or so? Because the way she gets on the topic is she says the chasing situation, and then she says that she called her an N-word lover. Then somebody is like, what? And interrupts, and she gets back to it. So you have to listen real close because there's some talking. But she says the chasing situation, then she says the N-word lover thing. And I'm like, what? What chasing situation?
Yeah, I do think she's talking about John Crimes there when all that happened. When y'all were going to Crime Con.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't. That wasn't a situation.
Well, to a lot of us, it was.
It's
It's like
Sure.
we
Yeah.
got a situation here.
Well, yeah, we did for a second, but I didn't feel like it was directed towards me.
No, I'm just saying that seemed like a situation.
Yeah.
It really seemed like a situation.
I mean, I guess, but I know I didn't think it was between Laura and I. Like,
Oh no.
you know
I'm
what I
saying
mean?
between you and John is what I'm saying. I don't know.
Oh
I didn't
no,
think it
yeah.
was either.
There's the
Yeah.
video.
It
I
was
have them in the
definitely
back chat.
between John and I. I mean, he showed me a bunch of stuff. I was on his panel a long time that day.
Yeah, I watched every minute.
All of that, but
I was boiling mad.
Oh yeah, here's okay. So I was gonna say, we'll take
not
it back
a
real quick
hell
and finish.
that Laura ever.
We will take it back real quick, for a couple seconds, and then we'll play this other one too that you popped up. So
and things like that.
Oh,
he's my son.
Wait, back up.
Mhm.
Who called you an N-word lover?
Laura, she ate, and he was getting up like when she was asleep and getting in.
I was looking into the Wonderland murders, and I couldn't believe the footage of the crime scene.
A freaking fit over it. And now I knew that I had heard already that she had a problem with white people having black children over the whole chasing situation. But so apparently apparently that was one of the things that she was on a rant.
Okay, that's not about
John
Crime.
Right there,
No.
she said the chasing situation.
Yeah,
Being
exactly.
married. Yeah,
She knew that she had a problem with white women having black children.
right.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with John
Laura
Crimes.
has never twisted her neck to say a fucking word.
She better
that
not.
I've ever heard. There would have been World War X if
Right.
What? So that's what I'm talking about right there, is that when I heard that, when I came in yesterday and I heard that, because I rewound it, I was
That's
like,
what you want.
what the fuck did she just say? And then she said the N-word thing. Then she said it about chasing. And I know neither of those things are true. So I asked for proof. And that was it. I just said, if my name's going to be in it, those are pretty strong statements to say that somebody said about me specifically, and me not to address it, that Laura has a problem with me having black kids, and that she ever called me an N-word lover. What?
No, I would. No. I'm not praying to God it's real. I don't. That's serious shit. That could end somebody's career.
And why would she say it to Avery?
That's a
I mean, like, I've never heard it, and I've gone over tons of Laura's stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it was very odd that she said that. And then when Chasing was asking for proof, then so you dropped this one. This is the video that was hidden by Perplex QT about Chasing Unplugged and a scandal. Is that what this one you wanted me to play?
Let me make one more comment before you go on. Let's remember though, her and Avery were cool. Like, they've only been falling out for the last 5 months. So this would have happened in the last 5 months.
Well, I don't think they were cool for that long.
Because she used to support her and be in her chat, and then when the whole Dolly accusations happened is when they kind of fell out, more within the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, but I think Laura was kind of using her to get what is his name, the detective, to get him on her show. That was my
right, but they didn't
don't
really
listen to
fall
me.
out that. Okay, when that shit went down, it was just like some words behind the scenes, and then they were fine after that. And then they really fought about it when they did the falling out. Like, you did this 2 months ago, blah, 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 kind of thing, right?
Yeah. I've just never even heard her hint at something like that. Even talk about it, you know?
Never.
Like it was a thing at all.
She said that this was in a Discord.
Right. She did. You're
She
correct.
said that this was either in a Discord or a text message. She
Yeah,
would
'cause
have
remember
to
I
go
asked
back and
her.
look. Yes.
Well, she told me this morning it's on video.
Yeah, because I asked her, and when I asked her, she's like, kind of, it's in a Discord, or like, I gotta go look. Like, didn't
The
sound
only
very
thing
sure of
that I
herself.
ask is that since it's concerning me, if it's true and you want to bring it on Queen's panel where there's anywhere from 600 to 1,000 people watching, I want to see proof before you bring me or my children or my husband into something that if I was somebody else, I could have just got up there and went off.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just, where's the proof?
Right.
Yeah. So there's two different things. There's when she says, yeah, you know, it's like when the way she feels about chasing and her husband. And then she goes a little bit further, then says, when she and Laura were talking, it was like, it was a private talk.
Yeah,
When she said that about the married to whatever. So I
kinda
think there's
heard
two
that.
situations.
It was like a rumor that somebody said that back then, but I shut it down because there was never any proof. So this isn't the first
I
time
had all the
been
proof in the
around.
world when she said Atlanta was dark.
Yeah. There was
I
no
do
proof.
make
There
a
was no
reference
reason
that
for her to say Atlanta was dark.
Right.
Give me a goddamn
Well,
break.
no.
Atlanta doesn't have the reputation for crime
Well, no
or
one
anything
is
like
excusing.
that.
No one
It's
is
not
excusing any of the
Chicago.
racially insensitive things she has said. No one's
Yeah.
excusing any of that. We just want proof on this because it's a whole nother level to say that a city
You're
is
right.
dark
I
than an
get you.
N-word lever.
I get you, but
Oh, but she
my
has a problem with someone she
my
says she respects.
convincing was when she didn't know she was being recorded, and she said, "Oh, it's too dark for me," and I was like, "Wow!" And Marissa and Tiffany were going, la 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 la.
Yeah, we know that one.
Yeah, everybody knows about. I mean, that was a huge issue.
Yeah, that was
for a
enough for
while.
me. So anything anybody else has to say about anything racial, you don't have to convince me.
Well, for me, unless
She
I hear
convinced
it,
me then.
unless I hear her say
No, she
something
convinced me
about me,
then.
and,
Well, they're
but
not
it
trying
is
to
Hold on,
about
convince
Sarah.
you.
You need to let her
But they
talk
weren't
for a
talking
minute,
about
okay?
you. They weren't
I
speaking on
am.
you or your children or your husband. They were speaking on mine. So I want to hear it. I want to see the proof.
Exactly. I get it. But my convincing happened then, at that moment. I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? And they're like, la, 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 la. I'm like, wow. They're trying to silence her because she doesn't know she's live at that moment. She's making those comments, and they're going, la, 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 la. La, la,
Right.
la, la.
Okay, we
And
get
I'm
that,
like,
and you
wow.
repeating yourself. So, do you have anything else to add, baby? Because otherwise, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get down. We got 10 people up here, so. Do you have anything else to add, Sarah?
Are you okay, Sarah?
You all right?
She coughing, or is that
I would
someone
say
else?
she might have. Yeah, I would say she might have knocked herself off coughing like that. If that, I hope
If
she's all
you
right.
people let me down, I'll get down. It's no big deal.
Well, no, she just kept repeating herself, and it was la 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 shit was like 4 times later. I'm done. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's enough. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
anyhow,
much.
though, that's serious accusations, Avery. So if you're listening, please, can you email proof of that? If you have it. If not, we need you to, come up and apologize for saying that without proof, because that's pretty serious.
preferably a screen record, please, with pushing on her account
Yeah,
to
I'm
prove.
the same person that was sending all the Discord shots just now. That name starts with the same initial and kind of sounds like the same. I hope it's not her. Just to see if maybe they know anything about this. And I'll let you know. I'll send you an email if that's the case. But I don't think it's true. I think she maybe misconstrued some stuff.
Yeah, I think she straight up lied.
Yeah.
Period.
And if she did lie, a lot of people are going to be pissed at that. Because
It would have been out there.
Yeah.
You and
Well, I find
Mandolin
it
and
ironic.
everybody else would have been like voices. Everybody would have been showing that shit.
Kathy, I find it ironic that she was able to put out a video, but she didn't bring any proof back.
There's a video that
Really?
happened a year ago, and it was Laura kind of talking about the chasing and John after their video, and it's kind of like it's a collab. They put it together.
Is that the one that's in the back?
I think so, but I don't think Laura that she took that video down, and I think that's why it was clipped and put there. But I don't know what was said exactly in it. But I remember Laura being pretty fueled up.
Oh.
And then Burnt Toast also has a bunch.
Yeah,
I would have made 5,000 videos if it was
hold on.
true.
Here's Avery. Here's Avery. Good. I would like her to explain this to us because maybe we're confused too. What's up?
Hey, I didn't know that you guys were talking about me over here.
Yeah, well,
seen
we just pulled this up and Chasing had asked for proof last night, and I didn't have a chance to get to it or even talk to you after that. So
Chasing wants proof about Laura not thinking that that black men and white women shouldn't be together.
I'm sorry, I'm on my golf cart. Can you repeat whatever you just said? I totally missed it.
What is it that you want proof of Laura saying that? Because it came from a video that you were on. Like Laura was saying that something about like the only kind of
Something about
white
me having.
something about like the only kind of white women that are with black men are like weak or fat or something. I think it was like weak.
But what did that have to do with me, though?
Because you were on the panel and
she was on John's panel, and John was playing that video.
It's on a channel called Call It As I See It.
That's the one I just showed you the link. I just posted the link. I don't think N-word.
Yeah, she didn't say that in that. Laura didn't say that about
me.
She was just talking about she likes the fact wherever she lives that they like white women with big butts and blah blah blah. But she didn't say that she didn't like white women with black men in that video.
So here's what I remember.
Laura said she said something about
she made a comment about black men enjoying weak white women. Period. End of. Then it got to me. And it was a comment in my chat or something. And I'm like, what? Black men like weak white women? Well, I know that ain't referring to me. And it wasn't. It had nothing to do with me at all whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
She never said my name. So then John Crimes came in and he and I, we got into an argument. It was not good. He's like, there's a lot that you may not know, but that you should know. So I went over and we had a long conversation about the Atlanta thing and some other things from the past.
Is that what this is here? This video here is that what this is? Okay, well, we don't have to. You just want to.
So that's what I was talking about when I said that.
What you said. You said the chasing situation, white women having black kids.
Well, what I said is I already knew that Laura didn't like, white women, I guess, having kids with black men or even being with black men.
Where did that come from? Where does that come
from? And I said, because I knew that because of the chasing situation. And I was referring to that video that I seen where she was saying that like only weak or fat white women go with black men or something like that.
Right.
And
But what does that have to do with me and my children and her not liking white women to be with black men? She's saying weak fat women are with black men or whatever.
What is that? I don't understand how it's the chasing situation. What does it have to do with me personally? And did she ever call me an N lover? Because that's also in this clip that they were playing from yesterday.
Well, that's where I heard it from, is this video where you're on a panel and you're mad at Laura for saying that. That's where I heard it. So that's why I said the chasing situation, because
But
that's
you
where I
knew
heard
this
it.
was the video, and I asked you like 2 times today where it is. You didn't say that it was on this video.
Yeah, I
When
was
you
mad at
emailed me, I told you, you asked me for proof for chasing, and I said chasing would have the proof. I don't know if it was, I don't know how it all started. I don't know how it all got started. I don't know if Laura said it on a video or like
Well, it was a comment that Laura made in general about general fat or ugly white women and black men liking to control them.
Yeah.
I reacted to that part, not because it was about chasing, but
Yeah.
because it was a general blanket statement that she said. And I'm like,
Yeah.
the fuck? That ain't true, dummy. That was it. But what
Yeah.
your words were that the chasing situation, I know Laura doesn't like white women having black kids. Then you went on to say she called you an N lover, just like she called chasing.
Oh, I didn't say she called you an N lover. I said she called me one.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Do you have?
That's why I was asking where chasing came from.
Where did she say that at?
Yesterday on this panel, unless I'm crazy.
No, where did she say that to Avery? I think is what Alicia means.
Was that
Oh, somebody sent me. So when me and Laura, had the falling out, we were fighting, and somebody was texting me from those fake app numbers and texting me screenshots of Laura's conversations. And I don't know if it was a Discord message or a text message, but
Did it
somebody
look like this? Well, I can't show it.
somebody had sent me a screenshot of her saying, and it was basically just saying that Jason probably didn't want to be with me because he found out. And
whoa, hey.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Let's just say N.
Yeah, and whatever, but
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you
I have
said
a
in
bunch
Yeah,
of
the
listen, I was
video.
gonna say, whoa. You please don't use that word up here, baby. Please.
But you just said, well, I mean, when we heard the video, you said she said it to you. Did I hear that wrong?
She was saying
That
it
she-
about me. Yeah, in a message that was sent to me. She was calling me the N lover.
And it was a message you have on your phone?
It was sent to me, I don't know, it was like 5-6 months ago when me and her were really, fighting back and forth.
Was the background black and the font a different color?
I can't remember, honestly.
Was
I don't.
So Laura was talking to who?
You an A?
Do I?
Was the person that sent it to you have the initial their name A?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But I remember Laura's phone number being at the top of it because I still had Laura's phone number in my phone at that time. I ended up changing my phone number over this because she had so many people texting me from these fake apps, all these like nasty just messages, trying to like put me down. And that was just one of them, and I was just saying,
I wonder
like,
why she hates you so much, Avery, because I've been fighting with her and we've been dragging each other through the mud for 4 years. And
Yeah, because that's a fucking screenshot you would want to keep. That's not something you play with. That ain't something where you just say, oh well, and just delete it. No, hell no.
I would have framed that shit.
Yeah, there ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just.
So are you saying now that you don't have the proof that you told Cappy and I and Heels that you have?
No, she didn't tell me she had the proof.
No, I've never said I have any proof. I'm saying
Cappy, she did tell us yesterday that she had.
She said
proof.
she'd have to go look.
I said I'd have to look to see if I still have it.
You would have that proof if it was true.
No, I don't.
No, you would.
No, I
No,
don't
you
even
lied.
have. I don't even have all of my text messages
Okay, so then why
saved
did you
from
come up and tell us any
Dolly.
of this if you don't have a way?
You would have saved something like that, honey. Stop.
No.
Stop.
No, I wouldn't have. I mean, there's no reason to say stuff like that.
Well, then you shouldn't
Avery,
have said
have you
it.
ever
You're a
said that?
YouTuber, it is.
I mean, my whole point of what I was saying is that Laura she says things that she should think in her head. And that's what I was saying yesterday, is that things that people usually just think in your head, she speaks out loud and ends up causing her own problems, or she types them. She can't just keep them in their head. And that
Well, I
was
think
my
at
whole
this
point.
point you could take you could really benefit from taking your own advice, my friend.
Do you have an iPhone? Because you can back up text messages.
I have an Android.
Oh, shit.
Avery, I have a question. Have you ever said that word like you just did? Because yesterday you said the N word. Have you ever said it before on a panel or live?
I don't think so.
Okay, just wondering why you would say it now.
Oh, I was just repeating, what the message said.
Yeah, I hope Queen
So
doesn't get
the message
struck for it.
spelled the whole word out with the hard ER and the whole thing, and it said that.
It either said N lover or the word lover. I don't remember which.
Both are wrong.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm serious. Are you serious right now? You don't remember now? You don't remember now? And that
no, this
wouldn't
is
be
like 6
important enough to screenshot or nothing like that?
No,
Come
this is
on.
like
You're
6 months
insulting
ago.
the fuck out of our intelligence right now.
I mean,
This
if you
is
were
like
mad at
6
her, that'd
months
be the
ago.
first thing I'd do is cut it and show her.
All I ask is that in the future, just unless you have concrete, hard ass proof of the words, if it involves me, I don't know about everybody else.
No, I never said she said it about you. The only
You
thing I
said
said
that.
was that I knew she already had, an issue with that because of the chasing situation, and I'm talking about that video that I seen on that channel.
Sure, but you said that
Call
the
it.
issue was that she doesn't like white women having black kids. Does she say
Well,
anything about that in that? Or does she
Not
say
that I remember at
black
all.
men like weak, fat, ugly white women or something?
Well, I
I
think
mean,
it's.
I'm neither, but
I mean,
so
I
I
think it's.
didn't think it applied to me. I was like, yeah, whatever.
I think
Not
it's
me.
both. I mean, I think it's both. I think that because I've also heard her say that like Atlanta's too dark for her, so I just think
But
she
what does that
doesn't
have to do
like
about
blacks
black
in
kids?
general. I think
Black
she just
kids.
doesn't like black people, period. Whether
When
it's
Laura was
children,
talking about
husband.
that whole conversation was Laura was sitting on her live talking to her subs, and she started out with, I feel I'm hot around here or something because I've got that big butt and black men like big butts. And then something about weak, they don't like weak, something about weak white women, but she never said anything like anyone approves or doesn't approve of anything. Like there was it was like a real casual, stupid conversation she has, just saying stupid things. But I've listened to it when all that happened. I went back and listened to it a couple of times, and I don't remember anything like that
Well, I
about
found it
kids.
weird
I've
as
never
well
even heard
because
that.
that's the one. That's the actual statement that was clipped.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never even heard that. I just heard the video of you were on a panel with a
John
black
Crane.
guy.
With John.
I don't know his name.
Well,
And
there is a clip of Laura saying the N word, okay, but she said it was okay to say as long as it wasn't with the hard R. So
yeah.
What?
And that's it. That's as far as it went, and that was in 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, there's a few.
The situation with Scott and Laura, when Laura used to be in my chat all the time, Scott and Laura were getting fake married. Like they love each other. Scott got really sick, and this was after Laura and I weren't really talking anymore after the John Crimes panel. And it wasn't a blowout. We didn't get mad at each other. She just didn't come in my chat. I didn't go in hers. End of. And in the mail, I get the most beautiful candle and note and all of this for his recovery. So when I heard this yesterday, I'm like, wait, what? Is she a psychopath then? Because the main person she would talk to in my chat was Scott. Then she went out of her way when he was sick, didn't tell me she was doing it, and sent him this beautiful
candle and letter and hope you are okay. And I'm so concerned. And so she emailed me yesterday and said, I've never said anything about Scott. I've never said anything about you and black men. I've never said anything about your kids. I don't know what the fuck Avery's talking about. I wrote her back and said, I would find it weird if you did, considering I got that candle in the mail when Scott was, you know, not expected to make it. And she's like, I swear I've never said anything like that.
Well,
So
she didn't
that's
say
when
it
I was
that
like,
night.
I need the proof.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she didn't say it
no,
that night if that's what you're talking about at all.
No, she liked you back then, but I think after you and John, whatever, and then, you know.
I mean, she sent him the candle after me and John.
Right, but then
So-
you continued to come here, and I know her and Queen Bee got into it. I noticed that she wasn't
Yeah.
such a part of it anymore.
Yeah, me and her, since the John thing, her and I really haven't ever communicated again. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no blow up. There was no argument. I didn't talk shit on her. She didn't say anything about me. It was just like, okay, you know, I thought the dark comment was kind of creepy. Didn't appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. It is what it is. Bye.
Well,
And I
she
wasn't
said in her
rude.
chat the other day that she likes you, that you don't really probably like her, but she still likes you and respects you. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm indifferent to the whole situation, right? I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit by and have anybody say anything about me being white and my kid's black or whatever stupid shit. So that's my only thing is, if you're going to bring me in it, just have proof. I want to see it. I need
Yeah,
to see it.
that's what I was referring to is that video. That's why I said chasing situation because I just heard that I just watched that video part of it and so I was saying, you know, that I knew she already had a problem with, you know, like black and white people being together.
She
So it really
didn't say
didn't
that.
like
Yeah.
it just really didn't surprise me that she called me
But
that
she didn't
because of my
say that.
son.
Has
She
everybody
didn't
on
say
this
that.
panel seen that video?
She
Has
said
everybody here seen that?
she said that only weak
Is this
white
when?
women
Yeah, but
Is
that's
this
not
bully
having a problem.
black men. That's
Right.
obviously you have
Yeah,
another.
you could see. I mean, yeah,
That's
with
My
the whole.
confused.
Wait. You would have with you're talking about the weak white women thing. That would be in this video and be towards like the 25-minute mark, towards there. And I think that basically states because I think she was going at someone and she made like a scenario where like you have to listen to. I don't want to paraphrase something so sensitive. To be honest with you,
I think it's more she was trying to say black men like her butt, but they wouldn't like her.
No, but that no.
She's very
That's not it.
strong-minded.
No, that's the wrong one. This is
Yeah,
listen to this.
Listen then.
This one?
Just make sure I got the timestamp correctly. Just make
Is
one
this the
moment.
one you're talking about, B Tim?
Yes, that's the one where she talks about weak white women, basically.
Okay, so I'm just making sure I got the right video because there's a couple back here. So I was just trying to make sure.
It's the burnt toast
This is
video.
the one Avery's talking about.
Yeah,
this is not burnt toast. This is John Crimes and Chasing.
Right.
Oh no! I tossed the burnt toast video in the back. I don't know what happened to it.
Right here. This
yeah,
is
that's
right
it.
here.
Yeah, the burnt toast video. Yeah, 25. Try playing that there. See.
Yeah, the other one is Call It As I See It with John Crimes.
Yeah. This is Perplexed stating something to that effect.
Okay.
Give me a break. And I can, as I said yesterday on Hopi Dopey's live, I can assure you, like 100% assure you, that a true racist doesn't move from Boca Raton, Florida to Alabama.
Wow.
That's not where a racist moves. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, that's just fucking logic. The race stuff needs to stop and people need to report it. I totally agree. Totally 150% agree. But it does speak volumes that all these people can only call out white people. White women, no less. Not even white guys.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's racists everywhere, Laura. Newsflash. Anyway.
More to it. If you want to keep on playing.
white women. It's not okay to incite racial hate. I totally agree. And it's also not okay to say on a public platform, well, I'm going to bring this to the black community. For what? So in John's mind, John has to bring Marissa or Jules to the black community. All right.
And I think Safford or Jules. Okay.
Yeah, you got to keep
that
on
was
playing.
an argument that they were all having, and John's also in a different sector, and something that the Atlanta comments, I think he was like, oh, you don't want me to bring this to the black community, basically is what he was saying.
Yeah, you want to keep on.
He was ranting and raving, and then John and I had a conversation because we're tight, and it seemed to him that I was being insensitive. And I wasn't seeing it from his perspective, and I respect him immensely. So I went and I sat and I listened. And then that was that. But I'm not going to have shit twisted up, because that is not what it sounded like on this panel yesterday. It was as if she's just walking around calling white women who are married to black men like myself and lovers. And she doesn't like white women who have black kids and whatever.
Yeah, she didn't say anything like that.
No.
Yeah, and as much as I don't fucking like her and can't stand her, I've never heard that. So
yeah, me too.
Well,
but I still think the
shocked.
choice is.
I mean, just keep on if you want to keep on playing. But yeah, that's where there's more to it, but it actually states about the weak white women thing. If you keep on playing, she'll eventually say
Do you
it.
feel blacks are superior? Do you feel the black community is superior than the white community, John? Is that where your mind is? Because if you think it's superior, then you're the problem. Because no one race is more superior than the other. But if you bringing it to the black community is what you want to do, then that would mean that you think that your race is superior, which is the whole problem and ignorance that racism starts in the first place. I know John knows I'm not racist. He knows Marissa's not racist. John Weinstein. And again, I can't take credit for that name, but it was a good name. LOL, saying you're going to the black community reminds me of I'm going to tell my mom. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I'm telling you, racists don't go from all white area to Alabama. They just don't. I am going to shut down though, because I do have to take care of my children that I have living with me. You know, I don't move across the world and leave my kids.
Look, so
a little bit before.
Don was saying, these motherfuckers will drag you. You will be dragged in that community. Not this one was better or that one was better.
You got to go
off there. We know what you said already.
Okay.
Black men like the weaker white women.
Oh,
She was referring specifically to John.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't. He dates black women, but whatever.
Yeah. She said it in 22. My bad. 22.
Stupid ass argument because his girlfriend had seen pictures. She's a stunning black woman. So what?
Yeah, I know. I'm just basically people ask me where did she say, and I just put the video up. I'm not really.
She did. She said it. She absolutely did say those words, and Queen may have passed it, but she did say that.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say he said go to 25. I went to 25.
It's actually 22, and you play from there. My bad with the timestamp.
It's 22. So okay.
Yeah, but she definitely did say it. Either or, people can go there and look at it. If you don't want to play it, it's up to you. But you can play it.
It's all right. I just you know what I mean.
Down, John. Yeah. And now they want blacks to go after people. Like that's racist. When you're taking a group of people, no matter what color they are, well, it doesn't matter what color they are. I'm going to say this wrong, but you're just an asshole. It may not be racism against whites, but you're just a weak ass asshole. Because like I said, if you're going to pull that card, how come you don't date white women? I mean, how come you don't date black women? Is there something wrong with black women, John? Are they too strong for you? I think they're too strong for you. Now, this is what I have heard.
And you said he does date a beautiful black woman.
She's about to address the rumor, which has been around forever, and that John and I talked about too, that black men are like, you're too much for me, to a black woman. Like, I'm gonna go date a white woman because she'll put up with my shit, basically. It's a very ugly, stupid ass stereotype that doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
But her point was, John, you're weak and you only date white women who are going to bow down, right? but that's really not the case. So her, and what she says is what I've heard is, and it's just a stupid ass, illogical argument that,
like all her
it
arguments,
held nothing for me. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, but it wasn't about me. That's my whole point. It wasn't about me. She wasn't talking to me, about me, around me, none of that shit. Me and John did address it, and we talked about the way that she says shit, and you can't just be out here saying crazy shit like that.
right?
You know?
But she also didn't talk about kids, you know,
No.
like marriage and kids. She didn't say anything about that.
No, she didn't.
All right, we'll finish
Queen, you
this.
got a super chat from Burnt Toast.
Oh, okay, baby. Hold on. Let me see here.
Hey, Burnt Toast.
She gave a very good message too.
She said, let's see here. Avery, let's not exaggerate claims of racism. This is only hurting people of color like myself who call it out. We need to be accurate. My videos are what they are. Don't claim my videos say something that they don't.
There you go. Burnt Toast is a really good resource if you want
Yes,
to hear stuff
absolutely
broken down
I haven't
properly.
seen I haven't seen a video from Burnt Toast.
You're watching it right now. This is hers.
Oh, I seen it on another channel.
But it doesn't matter what channel.
Call it as
It's all the same
I
video.
didn't know it was Burnt Toast video, but either
It's
way.
all the same video. It's the same video of what the person said. People are just looking at it differently. Now, Burnt Toast does in-depth commentary. It's very thoughtful. If you saw it on Call It As I See It, I don't know how they clipped it, what they said, what they were trying to imply. If they're a strict Laura hater, Molly hater, you just don't know. You've got to
I just know
vet
you
your
were
resource.
you were on there and you were really mad. And
yeah, I wasn't really mad.
Call It As I See It is the name of John's video, right? Wasn't that the title?
No, Call It As I See It is its clip channel. It's in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you feel free. I don't want to bring up all the stuff with me and John, but feel free. I don't get
But
really
it all
mad.
comes back
I
to
was
this
not
one
mad.
video. Laura did one. All of these are just from the one video. It doesn't matter where it was played.
This is
you know
Call
what
It
I mean?
As I See It. This is right here is the Call It As I See It video. And it says Call It As I See It, the video that was hidden by Perplex QT about chasing an A scandal.
Yeah.
well, I've actually heard a couple other videos too of Laura saying racial things. I heard one of her saying where I guess she didn't know she was live saying Atlanta's too dark for her.
Yeah, we heard that, but she didn't say anything about black men and white women and having black kids. She didn't say that.
Well, she did because she was
No, she
referring to
didn't.
my child.
Maybe to you, but you don't have
Yes.
that.
Yeah, you don't
And
have
you
the
said
proof
she
of
didn't
that.
say it to you. Yeah, you're saying she said it to you, but
yeah.
Can we play
y'all
exactly
were
what
fighting,
Avery
and
just
you
said again? Can we just play exactly?
Yeah, let me go here. I'll go back to my
Starting
live
from
and
that
put her
point.
back up so she can hear. I forgot
So
what
we're
I
not
said. Yes.
confused. Yeah.
Here, well, you know what? We'll finish listening to this so I can pull
Let me
it.
tell you what I have heard, not just from John in general, from black guys that don't date black women. I've heard black men say that black women are too strong for them. White women are dumb. He is a race baiter. White women are dumb. White women are weak. And they can manipulate white women much easier than they can black women. So is that your problem, John? Are you too weak for a black woman? Are black women, like, I'm just going to throw one out there because she's on my mind, is Una Tonka. Is someone like Una Tonka too strong for you, John? Is she too powerful for you, John? You can't manipulate a strong, powerful woman, black woman. Is that why you go after white women, John? How about you have a bunch of black women tell you who you really are, that you won't date your own race. You are pathetic. You are weak, like 100% weak. I know it's disgusting. Totally agree. And you're not even worth wasting my time on. Exactly. A black woman would dog walk his ass. Exactly. There's plenty of black women.
All right, so hold on. Here's this one. So this is when you were on the panel last night. And let me get to the exact.
I'll have to go find it.
Okay, because it's asking for proof.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Get it, man. Everybody wants to be things I was talking about a minute ago when I said that,
because Alicia Clare had a copy of it, and Tragedy Pimps Exposed had. I mean, there was quite a few people who had a copy of it, and so I had that in my mind as like that's the next thing I'm getting ready to say, and I just mixed up my words. But I mean, obviously it was on Queen's panel. Queen knows, what was said. But I mean, she didn't give out my address on Queen's panel, but she just, let everybody know that she had been looking at my mother's house on MapQuest. And I mean, she even knew about the cows next door. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
that
how?
one bothered me.
I remember that actually.
That's a little weird, man. That's a little obsessive.
At that
And
too,
remember, she called my mom's house a shack. She's like, "You live in a shack, Avery." And this is all because I called her out on, reaching out to Jason behind my back.
Right. That's what.
Is that when you
that's
showed us
where-
the farm?
That's what bothered
I don't know
I'll
why
find
I
back
said,
tonight.
I don't know why I said Maps Quest. What I meant was Google Earth.
How do I call? Hold on. How do I? Where am I at? Am I close to it?
You were really close to it when Avery had ended up
That's what I
coming
thought.
up. So it can't be that. It's after this, I'm pretty positive.
You will autopilot some shit, so therefore you are going to forget things that you. But the reality of it is, I'm going to change.
I get it. You didn't use her for bait. It was an afterthought. But why the fuck did you say that? Like, why did you explain any of that? And I said that to her,
Again,
and I
that's one of those
talked about
things you could have said to private. Y'all could have that conversation privately. Would have been in situation. Which
She can't even get that right.
oh my god!
So you figure
but the reality of it is at the end of the day, the channel is still being quarterbacked by somebody with a pulse, be it my channel, his channel, Queen's channel, whoever. It's still a real person driving it, who still has, a real person mindset, a real person way of doing shit, a real world view of how they interact with their channel. At 50 years old,
back just a little bit.
No, she's almost there.
Okay.
It was right after my comment about like the Wonderland murders and like getting out of her own way. We were almost.
Oh, that's right.
All right, let's try it.
In situation, would you flush out? But the reality of it is, I'm going to get in trouble because then I'm going to.
She can't even get that right.
Oh my god!
So you figure I'm white and a quarter Spanish. His dad is white, Puerto Rican, and a little bit of black. So
Wait, he's Afro-Latino.
My son looks Chinese, to be honest with you. His skin is white. But I don't even think Chasing's husband is fully black. So it's like she.
I mean, like biracial or like not. That doesn't matter. Like that doesn't matter.
I'm just and
wow.
These are things that you think inside of your head, but you don't want to type them or say them. You know what I mean?
Well, if you're thinking N-word lover in your head, then all bets are off as far as like
what may come out of your face.
Like, you know what? Like if you're thinking that in your head, you probably don't have that type of restraint to hold anything in. You're probably like.
So she starts off with it. So do you know how to back up on here? Like, can you click back? Oh no, you're not on a phone. You're on your laptop.
Yeah, I was going to say
30 seconds back. Just let it play.
Okay, let's see where we at here. 4:13:57. Let's see. I'll try to, because it's hard for me to, you know what I'm saying, go back
This
that
is
far.
my life all day long.
God, this
I
will
do
drive
this
me nuts.
over and over. Yeah, it's crazy.
Here, let me say we'll turn this down real quick.
Can't even get that right.
Oh my god!
So you figure.
Okay, you want me to stop it right here, right? You said this is 4:13.
Yeah, it's before this because they're not even into the race conversation yet. She kind of just says it, and I'm like, what? Where'd that come from?
Like, what the hell? All right, let's see. Here's 4:11.
You guys, I gotta hop down because my plumber's here, but I'll be listening.
Wait, back up. Wait,
Mhm.
who called you an N-word lover?
Laura, she
Whoa.
said that he belonged in
You got receipts of that?
I'll have to go find it.
I ain't gonna lie. If somebody can whip out a screenshot of that, that's a death blow. That's done. Forking, done.
Well, then you back that up with her statement that she didn't want to go to Atlanta because it was too dark. Bam.
Now that I did hear. I actually heard that.
Chasing also about Chasing's husband, but this is the thing: is my point is she doesn't.
It's
She said right there. She says it about Chasing's husband. She just said
and
it.
At least, right. And at least 40 seconds before that, she started off with Chasing's kids. See,
Yep.
they're just realizing now. They're like, wait, who called you an M-word lover?
Yeah, because
like 40 seconds
Cappy's like,
prior.
whoa. Do you got proof of that? Back it up. Back it up.
Back it up,
Right.
girl.
They missed what she was
Yeah.
saying in the beginning parts.
Yeah, like totally distracted from it. Yeah,
All right,
she
so I
jumped.
backed
She
it up
jumped
to
down.
412. Listen, I backed it up to 412. I'm gonna play it one more time here. Hold on.
I'll have to go find it.
I ain't gonna lie. If somebody can whip out a screenshot of that, that's a death blow. That's a death. That's done. Done.
She
Forking.
already,
Done.
she already
Well,
did
then
it.
you will autopilot some shit. So therefore, you are going to forget things that you said, and you are going to get
Right
caught up
there.
one day, or you'll say something that was true, but it was kind of out of context.
I'll have to go find it.
I ain't gonna lie.
You were right at it.
I got.
Oh.
He's my son.
Wait. Back up.
Rewind.
Back up.
Mm-hmm.
Who called you an N-word lover?
Laura. She called. She.
Oh my God! Let me
said
go
that
find
he
the
belonged
timestamp.
in
so we can
what it
stop.
well,
You got receipts of that?
I'll have to go find it.
I ain't gonna lie. If somebody can whip out a screenshot of that.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I can't do that. It's not letting me lane right on it. It's
It's
you know what I'm
fine.
saying. Like I need a timestamp to type in there or to go back on it because it's not gonna let me just go right on it.
Give me 2
Anyhow,
seconds.
though,
the transcript.
okay, it'd be a hell of a lot easier if we did.
Yeah, hold on.
Because people
I'll
are
play
like
it right
rewind,
from here
fast
for you.
forward, rewind. Like fuck.
No, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. It's like you know what I mean. I'm just.
Queen, can you yell at those birds? They stopped.
Do what?
I said, could you yell at
The
those
birds
birds?
ain't not those ain't. That's not me. That's somebody else. Yeah.
I'm just amazed you can make them stop.
She's the bird whisperer.
Yeah.
The bed hacker.
Bird hacker.
The birds are too busy stealing her marijuana for Queen. That's her main problem. They keep on stealing it. Not good.
You know, if I was fighting with someone and they said that to me in a message, I would immediately screenshot it and send it out. You know what I mean? Like
everybody would have done that. That to come up here and say that and lie,
Well,
like and say that it wasn't that important. It was 6 months ago. I didn't think to do it. It was on another phone. It was this. It was that. It's insulting everyone's intelligence. It's outright lie. Period.
When she said yesterday she had it.
Yeah, she said, I'll have to get it.
I'll have to go grab it. Is what she said.
Is that what you said? Because I couldn't remember. She said I have to look for it.
Or grab it or something.
Okay.
Yeah, that we landed on that clip like 3 times of her saying,
Yes,
I'll have
we
to go
landed
get
on the
it.
same part. The last 3
shit.
times. She's like, I gotta go get it. It's like 4:12. Here, listen. It's
Chasing's husband. But this is the thing is.
She said Chasing's husband right there on that timestamp. But what's that? 4:12:40. So we go back to 4:10.
Doesn't know how to think things inside of her head without verbally putting them out, whether it's in a message or on her stream. It's like she hasn't learned the difference between the things that we think in our head don't always need to, other people don't always need to know. So like I started making candles and I had told Laura back when I was in her chat that my sister's been making candles for years and I've been wanting to learn how to make candles. And since my car accident, I've had nothing better to do. So I've been sitting here making candles, learning how to do it. Well, she has just had a freaking fit over it. And now I knew that I had heard already that she had a problem with white people having black children over the whole chasing situation. But so apparently that was one of the,
right there.
Yeah, apparently that was one of the things.
Right there. I knew she didn't like white women having black children over the chasing situation.
Yep,
Then
and that's
she
exactly
says
what she said.
after about my husband, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And then yesterday she didn't tell us that she saw it on a clip channel.
Okay.
She could have easily yesterday said, I saw it on Call It As I See It.
Sure.
So that would have been 4/11/27, I believe.
There you go.
But she said she saw it when Chasing was on the panel with John.
Yeah, but
that's where she said she saw it. She said she saw it on the clip channel. Call it as I see it, which is in the back.
I didn't see Chasing and John on that one. I'm sorry.
Well, I've already pulled it up like 2 or 3 times.
So that's who that was. Okay, so it was on the panel.
So this is the one right here. This is the channel. It's called Call It As I See It. And this is John here and Chasing right here.
I know. But the other one you showed was
so this is the video that was hidden by Perplexed, and this is where they're talking about it. This is the video Avery's saying she's seen it in.
Okay. Right. So maybe, let's see. I don't know. Maybe it's true. Let's look at it.
There was way too much coming in at first. I just deleted it all. I'm like, I'm not talking to these people on the phone.
But I didn't do the drama thing like the drama people ran to you. I didn't come to you in private and try to warn you about anybody.
I think they made up emails. Most of them were like weird ass emails that made no sense and didn't match any subscriber that I could tell their name, who these people are, with all these little clips in them. Like, what the fuck? I don't want this shit. Stop sending me this stuff. I mean, they were even sending me stuff on the past of Diane. I'm like, I don't care. I was trying to do Wendy's accent. Like, why the fuck are you sending me stuff about Diane? I don't care. And it just went on like that. It's too much.
I don't have a specific timestamp for this. It was just dropped in the back. So I'm not sure where the conversation is that you guys were having. You know what I mean? The specific here. Let's see what this one says. Sounds like you were okay. It sounds like you are telling her how weak and dumb she is for being friends with John. Oh, and she's being an ass kisser. So this is probably where it comes into play at. Because it sounds like there's more, or looks like there's more down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in the background,
she don't need you fucking telling her where to go.
Lord don't even give candles to her moms and people who follow her for years. She gives when she can, or when it's gonna. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not gonna like that shit files to me. I'm not gonna not say something. I'm gonna say something. I don't understand why it's insulting that anyone would have an issue with me saying something or speaking out. And some of the
of course not.
For me, who've been real close to me, I'm seeing the shit that they say, and I'm like, this is disappointing. Shut the fuck up, John, and you and Chasing Truth just be cool and like don't say nothing at all. That's insulting to me.
See, I see the way that I look at it is I have a relationship with, let's say, who on here? I don't know.
Queen, if you look in the background when you're scrolling, he puts up a screenshot of like somebody put up her word, like it's dark in the background. That's all I can remember. Could be that since we're talking about him. I don't know.
This is this.
Yeah, it seems like it had her words on it were kind of flashing. And they were talking, but that's Laura, so that could be where it is. That was hidden by, I get so mixed up with the clip channels. There. It was black in the background. Is that it? That might be it.
From an article. But I vaguely remember the entire live was about non-racism and how strong black women are. I don't remember exactly.
It said she had the nerve to post this after what was said and said, you Chasing Truth, you please ask the gaslighters over there which video these came from. I have all my videos from my other channel. Unlike them and their friends, I stand behind everything I say. She goes, Laura had the balls to say this within minutes of hiding this entire video, this whole video. I'm reopening that channel as soon as it's monetized again, but I will gladly give you the full videos if you know which ones. However, the real question here is why are they threatened so much by me, and that they are doing anything and everything to convince you not to talk to me. Now, that's the real question I would ask them, but that's just me. So let's see here. Which you said it was the dark one. Here's the description. Is this? Is this what you were talking about? Which one? Heels, which one are you talking about?
I was just talking about where he, like the black background is where he was, they had her words up that she was saying, it's been like over a year ago. But I'm just kind of remembering when I was watching that. But that's all she said was the same thing about
I was going to say this is
black men, and I don't remember
What's the
much
name
else
of
that
this
was said.
channel that y'all are playing? What's the name of it?
I call it as I see it. It's actually in the back chat, but I can put it back in here again. That way you, because it's, I don't know the timestamp, or if you guys want to pull it up and pull the time.
I see it. I found it.
Okay.
But I don't remember anything on that video of anyone saying anything about someone's children being black and white men with white women with black men, except for, big butt, weak, whatever. And most of the stuff she was saying was what she heard or studies have said. It wasn't like her opinion. And I do not like Laura, so I'm not taking up for her.
Yeah, I'm listening to it now. This is the part she
Let me know if you guys
says.
can hear me okay.
So it's March of 2022.
And as I would say that, I'll say welcome everyone. Daffy Duck is Donald Duck. That's fucking I still haven't gotten it yet. Hey Marco. Hey White Lotus. Yes, okay. So let me tell you guys what's going on now that I missed my fucking exit. Let me tell you guys what's going on. So I have never, ever had a problem with chasing fruit. She may not like something I say here and there. We'll talk and that'll be that. She's bought candles from me. She's bought wax melts for somebody from me. I've never emailed her with anybody's bullshit. I've never told her to watch out for anybody. I've never done anything of the sort. Why? Because we're grown adults and I think that's cheesy as hell. I also don't keep clips from people from fucking a year ago or private conversations or anything. Why? Because I don't give a shit. People on YouTube are not that important to me that I need to clip them and hold on to it for when I think I might need something from them. I mean, that's what these people are doing. And it's been done to me for a long time. Now, let me tell you, I really, truly thought that chasing truth was smarter than this, but I guess not. And what I mean by that is, she got mad at me, I guess, for a clip that was completely out of context. She never even said anything to me about it, but it was taken completely out of context. It had to do with something I was reading, and we were discussing it, about non-racism, not about racism. It was about why people are ignorant, and it was this whole conversation. One of my Patreons had told me to apologize. That will never happen, because I have nothing to apologize for. I did nothing wrong. I said nothing wrong. It was never a racist comment. But when you clip it and you take a little fucking piece out of something, you can make anything into a racist comment that can offend anybody. So whoever is like holding on to this comment, and whoever thought it was so important to hold on to this comment and completely take it out of context, what video did it come from? Why don't you show chasing the entire video? Oh wait, because that wouldn't fit your narrative. That's why. But instead, let's make it out like Laura said something yesterday that was directed at chasing truth. I'm sorry, but anybody that believes that makes you weak. Sorry, but it's fact.
Okay, so what the video says is For context, chasing is a white woman married to an African-American man. Laura, when you make random comments about black men who date white women because they're weak or dumb or whatever other ignorant names you said, you don't get to decide who takes offense to your words. No matter what you said them.
You know what else makes people weak? Kissing the ass of a known doxer and narcissist. That will make someone weak. Fun, Daffy Duck is Donald Duck. That fucking lion-ass bitch account. I'm glad Molly doxed the bitch. John is a piece of shit. Anybody that respects John Lyons is a fucking idiot. Sorry, not sorry. The man is a doxer. The man is a piece of shit narcissist. He told somebody to die. He literally told Whiskey to fucking die. How come nobody has clips of it? Oh, I know, because John's not relevant, regardless if you don't like lies, what they're doing or saying. So let's look back at this. Chasing Truth is kind of bashing me, and I think I got blocked in her chat for whatever reason. It explains why I couldn't even send her a super chat, because I was blocked. And I was wondering why after the first one, why nobody ever fucking said anything. So I'm sure it was one of her mods and not Chasing, but yeah, I was blocked on her chat. Good job.
When I went live today, my words were the same thing I kept typing in your chat. I care because I respect John immensely. People don't want me to. They would prefer that I call you a womanizer and controlling and all these other
Why would they prefer that? Because they hear it from the women whose panel you go on. They don't. Who else says that about me? No one else says that about me on the internet.
And I've clearly said, yes, I've been told things about John. No, I refuse to listen to them. I will not make up my own mind on people. I also said, I had heard Laura said this. I've never heard her say those words until today. That's when she spoke in my chat and said that you got it out of context. You don't know what I was talking about. So she tried to explain, and I was like, the fuck? Well, I've never heard a black man say that, and I know a lot of them. My husband said the same thing. He said, well, then whatever fucking black man you're talking to is weak.
And why was I blocked? For sticking up for my...
There you go. Okay. That's it. So now I remember it better. I heard the clip. Laura came in, and I said, I don't know what black men you're fucking talking to, but whatever bullshit you're hearing is bullshit. And then that was it. It went on to John having a panel and blah, blah, blah. No kids were ever mentioned. Never. I've never heard that said. Never heard Scott talked about. None of that. So I don't know where it's all coming from. I have no idea. So that comment yesterday or whatever Avery heard, I don't know.
There's a lot of things being said that, ugh. I was away from the computer when Avery said that particular word. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense to me. I'm like, wait, what? Hold on, what? And then people saying that she said that she had to find it and she heard it on my video or video I was in.
Yeah.
I was really mad. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to hop down, Queen. Y'all have a good day.
You have a good one.
Bye, Heels.
So, yeah.
I don't know. That was all fucking weird.
Yeah, a lot of things are weird. Like, I don't know what Avery was thinking about what she said on this live. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, my God.
With the hard R?
Yeah. I just noticed someone, I was away for a moment while she was doing, I was getting a,
oh,
and
no,
I come back and I see
I was like, what?
Yeah,
what?
and I'm like, yeah, you're like, what? I'm like, and then I'm hearing people in the chat saying they said it, so I'm like, listen, that's why I was quiet. I was like rewinding the live, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
oh my God, this is definitely going private. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, that was...
That's not good.
Well, Heels after, like, have you said that word before? And, you know, I just said, did the screenshot say you were an NI with the hard ER, or did it say N lover? And she said she didn't even know. She was like, I don't know. Wait a minute. Hard R or A is the same word? It absolutely is not the same
well,
word.
Laura would probably agree with you because she says it in the beginning of the toast video. She says actually the N word in the beginning of that burnt toast video, 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, she says it.
Yeah, they are not the same word.
I'm not saying either one of those words. I'm sorry.
No, I don't blame you. And you should not.
Yeah, I'm avoiding that like a fucking 20-foot pole.
It was taken back from the ER word, okay? It was taken away. The power was taken, and it's not for people to use whenever they want to use it. We can't say, oh, it's fine for Chasing to say it because she's married to a black man. Or
I'm not saying
it's okay
it at all.
for such and such to say it. No, you can't.
Yeah.
It's Well, people are saying both are wrong. No, they're not both wrong.
Well, it's wrong.
If
I'm going to
you
say
are
this for me. It's
if
wrong
you're
for
a
me.
black man and you're using the word, if you're a black woman and you're using the word and you're using it in your context for your culture, for the way that you are and the way that you live in your vernacular, then that's 100% not wrong. It was taken away from the disgusting ER word that was used to harm people. They took their power back and they used that word in the context that they want. That doesn't give anybody else the right to use that word.
Yeah, I'm not going to use that word. I try to avoid even getting into those discussions because I don't want to.
Well, and
It's very
nor should we, because
uncomfortable.
we're white people and it is not
Yeah,
our.
I just don't like
No.
getting into. Yeah, I don't like it because I feel like that's like the disgusting language used by very ignorant people in the past. And I try to avoid speaking.
Well,
those
the
words.
ER is, but the A
Yeah,
is not.
I just try to avoid that entirely. I don't want to be anywhere near that. And I just, I wish people would just follow that advice and not.
Well, I
repeat
wish.
those words.
It's weird to me. I wish white people wouldn't make this a topic of their conversation. You know why? Because you have no clue, and I'm including myself.
I mean,
we
I
don't
try.
know. You don't know.
Yeah,
You don't
I
know.
don't. Yeah, you're right. I don't know about people's struggles and stuff like that, and that's why I try to avoid saying any sort of racial terms or anything close to that. Because in the end of the day, I don't like being in those situations. Yeah, you are definitely hearing me. I do not like getting into these types of conversations. It gets me very nervous, and I don't like getting anywhere near it because I feel like that's not my place to get into those discussions.
Smart. That's smart. You should not. The hard ER word is a very derogatory term. You should be smacked in your face if you say it, period, maybe punched in your mouth. I think that people don't get the concept because you're afraid of the word, right? You're afraid of the word with the A, and you're like, oh God, I don't want to hear anybody say it. I don't understand it. Well, you also you don't understand the South Bronx either, and you don't understand the street I grew up on either, and you don't understand the culture and the decades of what has happened and the oppression and the power dynamic that still exists to this day, whether people want to agree with it or not.
I've heard it enough times on the train. Let's just say I've gone to the Bronx. I've traveled 5 boroughs basically, but I just try to I stay in my lane. I don't mention those things. I try to avoid anything because, because I just don't. I feel like I just don't really like getting into those types of conversations or in those areas. I just avoid that entirely. I don't even want to enter into the debate or anything like that. I think it's silly when people try to get into that, but
well, that's the whole thing. Hearing the ER just said up here, I understand that she was repeating what she was reading or whatever, but
sorry. One moment. I had to put someone in timeout because someone's posting on stupidity in the chat. One moment. Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, that I understand that everybody has a different opinion on it. And it's really a cultural thing that for me personally, I'm not going to say, oh, who can say that word and who can't. You know why? Because it's none of my business. And I see white people in the chat like, well, it's offensive either way. To whom? To you? To whom? Who is it offensive to? If my husband and his pal are at a car show and they're talking back and forth and they call each other the soft A, are you offended? It's none of your fucking business, first of all.
I just avoid it.
You don't know what it means. Not you, Tim, but I understand what people are trying to say, but I don't think people understand what they're talking about.
I just I just think I don't get into those because I just don't like getting into, because I know about the historical connotations of those words and I try to avoid them because the historical connotations of the words are usually to demean people and make them look less human. And I don't like getting into those words, even if other people claim them and they try to change the meaning of them. I don't feel like getting into using or anything to make me personally. Because I know them all and I just avoid that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we should definitely change the subject. I agree with Larley. How's those Cardinals? Definitely change the subject for sure.
Well, not only that though, I'm gonna have to edit this live anyways because Avery said that word and I don't want it in here. I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna end it anyways, and I'll just start another one. Either we can start another one now, or I can start another one later. It's up to y'all, really.
Yeah, later, and you're probably prepared for the clips, the car because of that. So
well, it is what it is. I mean, that's on Avery. I mean,
holy fuck! And I was
sorry that happened on your stream, Queen.
Yeah,
I mean, it's shitty as hell, but that's on Avery. You know what I mean? That came out of her fucking mouth. She's responsible for what comes out of her own mouth. I don't agree with that bullshit. I think she was fucking wrong for even using that word, period. But I can't tell somebody what to say. You know what I'm saying? I can't fucking control what people say, you know?
Well, if she had been reading directly from the screenshot and fucked up and said it, that would have been one thing. But then when I asked her, oh, did it say the hard R? Like, she spelled that out? She was like, oh, I don't really know. She said, I don't know if it said N lover or... And I'm like, wait, what? So that word just flew out your mouth? That's a whole different ball of wax, sis. And you can't just say those things out here. You don't do that. So, sucks. But yeah, you should probably put it on private.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and it flew out of her mouth like it wasn't nothing. So I mean, I'm like, what the hell?
Very uncomfortable. No, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh God, this is really. What do you say? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was stepped away from my computer, so I didn't hear it because I was like basically getting a cup of coffee and doing some things. Because but yeah, if I was there, I'd been like, holy fuck. But yeah, anyway, guess you're ending the live. Good talk. Well, good talk to you. I wish we never entered into this particular segment of this conversation.
I mean, things. I mean, that's what it is. With an open panel, things happen. You never know what's gonna happen. Shit.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all, it was a good conversation, and I'll holler at y'all after a while.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye, y'all.